edon mo media house when I make if I have a bad tema na fidi no betim di super glue aso no ja sensen ho ntitam bia o pressure ya na chese dem e hia se obekọ ha no aba ha because umbe sebo proper sports no.
Okay, and now Tuesday, Sharon Sister, 13th May, the year 2025. We have Brana Simano Ediono 9 and Apanon. So, Akwaaba Radio 98.1. Abraso na pay, say better than Senedia. Good evening, Yadi Ebra Sharon Sinondu, Nea Page, with the free to media, and say, we Akwaaba Yukono, Twaso, Edia Marco, say, do me a number. Na Yadi Akwaaba, you are some Casabona, Eba Twas, Nochi, Donko, na Alahaji Gongono, one in the team in Abesikunya. Na kabima mishono amade atwaso na miensa na ba kese fa na besi konya manyonsam amade ba atwaso nonum pan semana ediasa efie kan bo atwaso no nsia ne awram ewo peace 104.3 ne akofa nis no edi atwaso nis na chiro sharonson sports team ne eba na Akwaaba sports extra no ya bo mo de etimi de atwaso edi ama kopemi se no nwotwe bobo no nwotwe ba na ya peje mu de free to media ne so ne de aka na atwaso kopemi se de be chibiom na obesa te enkancha na pay fra onua na katrene se atenase no so emfrenu ne se atenase na on fa na video to Akwaaba Radio 98.2 abra team ni nyina ya tenasa na pay na dwumedie no ya di ebra obekọ Facebook wom Akwaaba Radio Blekum on Facebook room Akwaaba Radio Blekum ana Facebook Akwaaba FM on Facebook Akwaaba FM on Facebook uko show no ya live or uduwa na wetimi ya like ni kama ediama we are no waja comments so no mia share so wo share na wakara kire woni so no so enhye sere bia na pay ya betra se komawura ye di ebenom obenya bia tie na wakere na adwene kama etimi ede afa eno sa edanten ukoye YouTube na Akwaaba 98.1 on YouTube Akwaaba 98.1 so ko show na live for home ubedu na videos awuro fonyina wo voice awuro etwegu ha obenya bia hwe no nya bia kenkan ho nyina no betimi akere wa adwene fa ho ne nyina bia kenkan etimi na mom oko x ne so a eno so Akwaaba 981 x no Akwaaba 981 okwa eno so betu akodi komo pina eso ede afa okwa TikTok no so a eno so Akwaaba 98.1 FM Akwaaba 98.1 FM awanyina okwa obetimi akwanya so ni bi na so timi awe obetimi akọ online radio no so eno so Akwaaba Radio 981 FM Akwaaba Radio 98.1 so kwa obetimi akwanya so ni bi na so timi atiem oko 19 ni so a eno so Akwaaba Radio 981 FM Akwaaba Radio 981 FM so kwa obetimi akwanya so ni bi na otie ho obetimi akọ Instagram no so kwa Akwaaba 98.1 Akwaaba 98.1 anase mpo betimi akọ Play Store na otimi akwati Akwaaba home eno so Akwaaba Radio 98.1 FM Akwaaba Radio 98.1 FM onyina kwa obetimi anya na nkoba huru akanyina no na yetimi edi no messages na ka no obetimi edafa 0242 020208 0242 020208 0207 5730 030207 573003 Zaya WhatsApp and as normal messages no obetimi eda family pamini nyina yabekenkan etimi eda masana se timi nyina tenase fiase adanse bana kojo Frederick wasase na Hussein Adams zawa the tactical man ocean abenkwame omunyina fiase Richmond Hefon amada romantic show no uko Facebook wo saso na other media house akenya no obetima konye bi na osotimi etie bi homedi edi Kofi Tagone ne sama ho de ebra no yabekwa manani ni akodi nkomo hom shano sese na atwa wi yaiterasiri games aworo ekam no enua yetimi eyini nyina edi fro enua Atalanta etena fie eboy ekowie ne sen saso na other games ekoso no ne nyina enkomo enana pay yabetena se ya di ebra saso na Real Madrid shano sese club world cup ne enche na unity na coach ode omoko Xabi Alonso how many years and they say one Madrid for ekoye djuma ahonsam obete saso na coach Carlo Ancelotti wono so eye manager Edma Madrid bobokoro esedia betodwa se enya dia Madrid no what was biom dia ba ne se Brazil for apa na ontuma how many years and they say one Brazil national team no ekoye djuma ni nyina eye nkoma hodo ye de ebro nyame adoma next month ebesimi no eno aye summer transfer window na ebie ede ma clubs ahodo ewa manane na me no ka say class bebre na jase any boys ni bi edin komo sa kwanya ne ba o metimi akọfa mo na o maba na mabe jeti be kan etimi ede ma mo ni nyina eye nkoma na pay bana ede ebre wo wi amana ni nsam na sano so Hussein Oshibesi nkonyam na mu nkyeremu no yetimi ede ato aso na ye wi nkyeremu ni wi a na ya tete fie afisa na sano so se Ghana na ye dan so nsam po ebetima akopie mu ewo Chile ewo na FIFA under 20 World Cup no ebetima akɔ unity qualifies no yɛbɔ awɔ Egypt ɛno a yɛne the host nation Egypt for yɛde pem sɛ wie penalties 5-4 ameno ka sɛ Ghana yɛntimi an qualify World Cup no yɛntimi an kɔ bi tournament no so efrim ɛwɔ Egypt na ewie no ɛde nkɔmɔ ɛna coach Desmond Ofem wɔde ato dabra no a yɛkɔbɔ 2-2 na extra time no mu na yɛwura mu 30 minutes no bia nhyɛ bi na kɔdi penalties Ghana nneɛma nkɔ yɛn fama yɛ no wɔde nkɔmɔ pin ato dwa yɛde onsɛm anɔpɛ yi yɛde bɛma ɛwɔ Akwaba radio 98.1 na wo so ate deɛ ɛba ɛno sa ɛda nkyɛn former general manager ɛdima Nsatreman FC Eric Alleged de ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛntimi ɛnyi mmeranteɛ mfiri league ni mu sɛ mpɔm nkɔsi anan ɛwɔ Africa na yɛnwɛ sɛ mpada 20 yɛbɛtumi akɔlɔfa akɔ pie mu ɛwɔ Chile World Cup no deɛ ɛne yɛnya football a yɛyɛ ɛwɔ Ghana ase ɛho nkɔmɔ anɔpɛ ɔbɛte ɛwɔ suo no so ɛno sɛ ɛda nkyɛn sa no so golden kicks for ɔma ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔma yɛ krado sɛ nyame yɛ adom on the 15th June wɔn ɛhyɛ kɔtɔkɔ Africa no wɔn ɛkɔ na wɔn atuma kɔbɔ nie ɛho nsɛm pii anɔpɛ ɔbɛte na ɔtwa wie yɛ Ghana Premier League no week number 31 games no ɛbɛtumi aba so clubs na jase ahobɔ no wɔn ɛyɛ kɔtɔkɔ ɛno wɔn anyɛ training ɛnɛ training bɛkɔ so sasa Brekum Chelsea ɛnɛ training ne ɛkɔ so has the folk wɔtena wɔn ne Nagod for ɛde pɛm so na coach Max Okoradu ne move to house no ɛho nsɛm na kɔsi sɛn yɛde mu nkyerɛ mu pii yɛde bɛma ɛna no pii yɛne pɛnifa pɛnifa bɛdi nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ show no so na oso ate deɛ ɛba na bɔna ɛba na amanane nsɛm wɔtumi ɛde ama na bra Facebook kɔ sisi ɛno a national under 20 tutu ne ɛbɔ yɛ na wie penalties yɛntumi ankɔrɔfa nkɔ anim highlight no ɛtwa gu ɛwɔ Facebook ɔbra hɔ na deɛ wɔhu bia no na gya wadwen kyerɛ fa ne nyina no yɛbɛkenkan ɛtumi ɛde ama nti bra Facebook kɔ sisi ɛyɛ Akwaba radio Brekum on Facebook no ɛyɛ Akwaba radio Brekum ɛna afei so wokɔ YouTube no so a ɛno so ɛyɛ Akwaba 98.1 wobɛduo no na highlight no ne nyina ɛtwa gu bra sisi na bɛhwɛ modeball no a yɛ boys de dana di na so wie yɛ no yɛntimi ankɔlefa ankɔ anim bra no mɛkyerɛ wadwen kama ɛfafa ho ne deɛ aka no biara yɛntoa so ɛwɔ fiase hyɛ no nso sɛ Yonkin Travel and Tour wɔsɛ me nka nkyɛw sɛ yɛpɛ Penters a yɛsɛ ɔmɛtumi akɔpie mu ɛwɔ kuro bi ɛte sɛ Dubai a yɛsɛ ɔmo ɛkɔ no makɔnyɛ adwuma yɛ wɔsɛ me nka nkyɛw sɛ woyɛ obi na sɛ bi a penti adwuma yi wonim penti a wode ne nsɛ mpo wobɛfrɛ mo kɛkɛ na nkɔmmɔ bi aka bia no ɔmo ne wɔtumi adi sɛde bi a ɛbɛtumi aboa wo na wo so akɔntɔ no so ɛtumi ayɛfo kama ɛtumi ɛde ama hyehyɛhyɛ no ɛnya ansɛm ketɔ koraa wɔmo sɛ me nka nkyɛw sɛ bɔmmɔden a na ɛpɛ wo mo akyɛ kwan na ɔmo nyɛ ofra so na ɔmo ɛmmoa wo sɛde bi a ɛbɛtumi aboa wo na akɔntɔ so wɔtumi akɔ bi wode frɛ mo sesiem ɛwɔ 0559 682394 0559 682394 ofra mo sesi a we Yonkin Travel and Tour yebedu anim ne yabo ama kwantre so etimi ayefo kama etimi ediama izefu semi nkancha sebra oba obenya duane padi say ye fried rice say ye jollof rice say ye pre rice say ye banku na say konkote mutuo na pe ne nyina obenya bi ho ene say edan chips awora say ye pie say cake na pe oba obenya bi edi ana fe so local ban so semi nkancha so ba so bo lo obenya bi say medjon ne nyina obenya bi ehodi wasemi nkancha say ye bi na ba fie birthday bi na udi no obetimi aprese order say be anuano no wosebetimi akabi ofo na ekuta za so a wose for modern fa bedan ebesese ne kama ama fo na gira ne naso say ye decode na say unlock ne nyina ba yebetimi ai ne kama etimi na mam obetimi afre ma mitra anasa mama easy na waje ofeso I was 0243 370306 and 0205223838 Francis CA na duane pa na zentimi kabi emfemfiri na so na no na ABA hebakra na exam kanche sebra wasi ene ho yade de se wo san ho a wanwe wani no hu na de biom yade bi set bi na si wani so ba yebetimi ayi satane e de free wani so enu sa edan che so ayemra mpam say ye menstrual disorder anasa hypertension bi ena ha say stroke bi anasa prostate bi ena ha wasi liver no na say wanya ha obi ho a brane ma odre na ntimi emfiri so kuma se obehu ye e okoda so general say me market na chope udom zabetimi akan sa so na domain kro ye Benebeneza preparatory school no anso dom zabetimi akan wasi me kan cho say ya frefre no afrem 0541 565199 and 0502 812161 ofra ebetimi adjust na no ana mass by sabe nkancha zebra almost omo pese obi akra form ana face obi aso nya refrigeration and them ana face obi anya TV set esene dem ento de bomodian na wuro mu a omo shop ho na omo edge feso omo ni easy buy omo committee bom na nuama na ezo omo eto no obeto a wotwe ne kakra de nya sempom wotua 30% na de aka no omo timi achem kama etimi na ma sempo afimu ansa na ezem wotimi atuewe umpe we na apede te bomo na down here na kopie mu ewo easy buy na nuama pay bi na kotobi sɛ betimi aboam ebi te sɛ washing machine na apɛ sɛ television set anasa mobile phones na apɛ sɛ fridges ahoro anasa mpo machines ahoro na apɛ no okwa am sɛ betimi aka bi de free omaso yɛ wɔse me nka nkyɛ sɛ brekum obehu yɛ ben main station ayi sɛ yɛsa baabi other station wɔse me nka nkyɛ sɛ yɛne CBG bank no ɛna ɛsɛ ɛdie ne bɛhwɛ ɛyɛ afrɛfrɛ no afrɛ 0241 874809 0241874809 wobɛtumi akɔ mo site ɛno ɛyɛ www.mysbyte.com.gh wokɔ a nkɔmmɔ bi aka bia no ɔmo no wobɛtumi adi hɔ nanso nneɛma pa no ɔsɛ so atumi aka bi ɛde firi ɔmo asoɛ na no ɛna kefo so Akwaaba enterprise sɛ menka nkyɛ sɛ bra adanseɛ wo nneɛma papa no woba aha na ɛsɛ wo sɛ ɛka bi sɛ yɛ cement na pɛ woba tofo bɔm ɛna ɛde ɛma wo kyɛnsɛ de bɔ danso ɔse bra sɛ yɛ alonse kana sɛ 5 star no bɛnya bi atɔ dadoɔ ne ɛde bɔ danso na pɛ bi atɔ anaasɛ dadoɔ number 1 bi no from 1 inch 5 inches no obenya bi atom nema bi tsa hwiba no na pɛ sɛ level from guys awodo na pa na sɛ baden wise oba wo sɛ eka bi sɛ pɛ shaver na sɛ headpan sɛ yɛ pickers na sɛ padlock akɛsɛ ne kuma nyina no oba wo sɛ eka bi wo so yɛ contractor mason carpenter ni onya dansie wo nema ade akɔ adwuma da mo bia ahankwa ne sɛ oba papa no wo sɛ betimi aka bi obehu yɛ obrekum ala wakwan so yɛ ne Akwaaba radio ɛne wadan krom wo sɛ menka nkyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ afrɛfrɛ no afrɛ 0542 034967 ana 0242 020208 ofra yɛbɛgye osoni aboa ama nneɛma pa no ozatimi aka bi na no ana ɔkyɛse nyame gas cooker ana fridge service ɔsɛ menka nkyɛ sɛ bra o fridge na asɛ no wode ba obɛsiesie de kama ama fridge na tagyina ne na so ɛhona na awawai yɛ spring man nya mo no yɛbɛtimi ayɛ moto ne na asɛ de foforo bɛsi so kama etim na ba moto no mo gas ne na asa obɛhu yɛbɛtimi asa fɛlɛ ne kama etim na ba wɔsɛ menka nkyɛ sɛ cylinder no ana fɛ so gas cooker ne sɛ na asɛ ya ne nyina bɔmɔde fa bɛdan ne nsɛsɛ de kama ɛmfama wobɛhu yɛ obrekum drop kwan so yɛne masa yita motor repair ane di ene mehwa wasere nka nkyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ afrɛfrɛ no afrɛ 0549332007 0549332007 fra yɛbɛtumi agye so ne aboa ama ndwuma pa no etimi ayele kama etimi dama na no ana unique bender construction tami nkanche sebra wasiri nkanche ze reba bender sasana curtain ye bi awayase o sasa se reba installation ba ebetimi ayele kama etimi dama wasiri nkanche se dade bi ana esi ye nkyekere na ofie na usi no otimetimi dia wuram sere bi awon de betimi abam enya de eze wudane edwere gumda bo mode ne bra dade ne betimi akyekere kama etimi dama se ya iron rods bi dana usi no opese ofroso esa awon de timi bam iron rods ye na esi betimi akyekere ne kama edema se de be ofro dan so a eha no is beto dan no yen na is kroman omagia tum wasiri nkanche se fabrications as reinforcement e bi awase o bridge bi na apese osi obenwu e betima sini kama etimi na ba wasiri nkanche se ye industrial construction bit is a pillars awodo dan de wusi a ba mode akope pillar won di wom se de be dan gina wa brim awon di wom nya de se ehim da ba mode na sha no sempo ba ye betimi an kama etimi na ma ana afisa iron rods makara che se ye na se betima chechire bi kama etimi na ma enti se ye wo bi na auto no ba mode na bra ye betimi aye wasiri nkanche se yasa kofa unisex ultramodern salon ediabam emfa wona etre style pe oba yebetimi ayi ni kama etimi na ma ama ho fere timi adadi wose head eye bi opa bi oba yebetimi aye saso say sport with na federal laws ne nyina oba yebetimi ayi ne kama etimi na ma obenwu ye obrekum dom akwan so hey ponjan so pe ye wo filling station e obedu onom na CEO na nadu jamfi woni Eugene ometimi adwofe so ama uti no saso nyuma na ka no ometimi ayi ne kama etimi na ma ayi afrefre no afre 0246416662 ana 0208070165 ofra yebetimi ajo so modern way heba kra na examine kanche sebra oba na kuma bi we ade ne toase enkwana sa bebiem yakofa fidie na aye se prayers no yede fifa form yede o medical sansana peyetimi asamo no yakofa bi ede aba oba yede beteta no ho ne ahwesa mpa yede we ne ho sei na wakoma ayadwuma se na ni padua no moja na dim officer ne ye wi a adro bi ho a ye bomode etimi ne mam na on se etimi ato wasiri kanche se yade be se gonorrhea se ye se free se chlamydia na se prostate bi ena ham wasiri kanche se ye typhoid na stomach ulcer se ye general body pain diabetes bi ana simple high blood pressure bi opese we general body check up test lab nya ba ebetini ayene kama etim na ma wasiri nkate se sunya no benwe e estate yene kuna gat police station no ene di en mehwabrekum obenwe ye e branya kwakwanso Dr. Mosifiewa odom ze e kan ye e afrefre no afrem 0543712294 0543712294 Francis ne yanyo se Graceland Hardware Aluminium Sasana Glass Company Limited samin kancha sebra oba danse on yamanu ze akabi chance de bodan so wooden doors bi say ye chana doors awodom say ye iron rods na open na se paint na pe se ma bi ti say hibalos commerce pipe cement plywood nya ba Uzabetima could be a free as well. Was sitting cancer so be Elbrecum, run about in Kitomo, and that's so be Damakos, Presby Storm, 1, 2, 3, would do on the air kind. And I face alumina shapreso, Yene Libos coming, any day, Elbrecum, run about a Casemo. I have a friend of a friend, 0245 287809 0208149816 anampo 0322492956 ofra yebetimi ajesom nano ana Divine Hope Herbal Center for say yakofo otrea herbal powder no etimi da bedwa so se wusisi ene wo ya mane meme nyina no kone kopa bi onoma abeboa ama wusisi na ye wo ya de tibe frisom se ye kokoko bi na ha kone kopa bi na no me se ye high blood pressure bi anase mpo ye mrampam onyina wonye bi abetimi aboa watinka na ko se kire kone kopa bi na no numbi abeboa ma tinka na timi aba se ye stroke bi ene wosom anase ulcer se ye menstrual disorders ni nyina wonye bi a ebetimi aboa wase ye nuanom mana ye se mobum sana meye no wo de wo to otrea herbal powder ibia ba mo de na frɛ doctor obɛkyerɛ wade so de bɛfra ɛba sa wonoma ebetimi aba yi wase me nka nkyɛ ze brekum obenye bi ato ɛwɔ newborn chemicals obenye bi ɛwɔ hɔ Richardson obenye bi ɛwɔ hɔ saa so ɛna former champion of the Samiensa uduom ze ɛkabi supreme hebas uduom ze ɛkabi Clement Herbal Center obenye bi ato saa so ɛna Kufado so ɛtɔn kube ɛwɔ mpataseja so uduom ze ɛkabi hɔ na wase me nka nkyɛ ze BBF Pragarada no ayi so na mukroma wo na no agina no no ate wo de no anom se de bia ho betima tom ɛyɛ afrefre no afrem 0248 584687 ana 0243 818885 ofra ya bejo so ni abo ama ne mapa no zati maka bi omanyina ɛka wo bi na no pay wote yenkansa akodie bisam no ye de down kodjo atenase yenkɔ na ma no ne nsam wonfa n9 na tiefo wo wia de aka ne ye beto asa ha ɛyɛ Akwaaba radio 98 point wa ma no ne nsam no aye kade yakofa e de abro sesie
no pain so abrasian so say yewramu na yade mu konko farmer so on sama yansa kano ene yade ba somo ewa Akwaaba sports arena so na ukọ Facebook a show no live for ho Akwaaba radio brekum announce Akwaaba FM on Facebook ukọ no abomodian se obe like o like wi anu drop comment no mi ahia no so on YouTube so no show no live for ho Akwaaba radio afedi ate ene se TikTok online radio and my tuning ehonso no okwa show no live dodo na ensu etie kama pa enti anopai de ba bia bekọ bia no Akwaaba radio na kofi before se be konko farmers no ye de aseda ebema nwuma komu kwase a ena anopai ye de mo eko Mike Ventures kwase na Mike Ventures same so ye kuani na ope sekan papa ebeboa ama adwuma na wo ye no akọ animu dia ene na wo so kwaji sekan ni bi Mike Ventures aso ye wo sesuasua do ho ana brantan su ewo mu na ngwasefo no wakwakofa bia ba no mu betimi ade atwitwa enam utie mi anopai na ye kuani upaso asoso anansa asoso boa ye sese kan so toothbrush ene sapo ahodo torchlight ni nyina no ubenya bi Mike Ventures wasimi fantu adim se ebia open doors papa ebi etise China doors, Italian doors, Turkish doors, ene German doors ni nyina no ebi Mike Ventures aswaye wasi ebi a wedding bi na ekoso engagement anansa ye bi na aba mo pese ye kiwo da ema mu ye adwumakuo mo pese ye kiwo da ne yade mo logo eto so a ni nyina ne Mike Ventures ye na aswaye wo brekum patase kwan so Golden City Park kwan na lenke ekopie Thursday market no ubu kef na onsabenkum so wom wo ha mo bo adwuma ukokutre number 2 so a junction na kwan ne ba akokọ mpatapo na ba akokọ na masu asa kwan no sa junction wo branch bi ho yebetimi ne Mike Ventures adin kama e was 020-825-9314 and I say 055-440-8200 no number yani Mike Ventures adin kama e was so for ya company limited and so HS so upenua adibabo dan so uye project na behia enua enyomu eni sawaso upemanzonia Redwood Akata Cyber Supply Farm wawa odum chanchan ani asamfana ni nyina no benya bi ewo fosuya company limited and I say fosuya sawmill wa mo so upe size bi ti say 2x2 2x4 2x6 1x12 no air fisher board TNJ enua type ni bi and I say ceiling buttons ani nyina no ukon ma ubenya bi ewo aboafo kwan so mu amope atu akwakoton ageson faso no waso oba wanu ebeye nhyehyeye wa mu wala wakwan so otra Akwaaba radio eko anim kakra bia praise be of new offices no masi no ni opposite kwana yagusu kota no odia faso ko anim ko anim kakra bia Akwaaba lodge wo ho Akwaaba lodge chi ena fosuya company limited ewa wo bu airport adwuma onam waterways kwan so so a empai emfa ba bia ko straight ubetimi afrem pranfo ewa 025-738-9828 eno number yani fosuya company limited empai for 18 kama ewa so na de ate anese Akwaaba lodge na me ka omasem so omachimom ana fosuya company limited ewa no ewa so okwa wo mu company bia ope ba bia da am wasom adwoa wo ebema ba bia da wo rooms no emu fm emu akona security tight ewa ho afomu spacious car park restaurant ewo inside gym center ewo mu uko supermarket wa bibia wo pe no onsa ebeka bi ba ho so no ensa no de anu den ane de anu nya den no onsa ebeka bi ewo ho wo mu se so ope flyer wedding engagement outdoor na wo mu spacious floor ewo ho enti emfrem pemfo ewo 0541191511 and answer 0208393108 anu number yene mpemfo 18 kama ewo so Sioma limited enso akwafa dance woniema papa ne bo efo ebiti sa China doors wooden doors iron rods ahodo Samsung paint wheelbarrow square mesh pipe was mint plywood modern design plywood wood sticker ceiling buttons roofing sheet tape measure sandpaper shovel pick as head pan level and the chest on ni nyina no epi ewo ho na Sioma limited run about akesiemu wani extra continental no before so bedu post office abronsam yensa se ni opsitin so na bronsan na and transport ewo mu no wo mu branch ni pi ewo ho yemfre Sioma limited ewo 020-813-1877 and answer 024-337-8508 anu number yani Sioma limited employing for 18 kama ewo so with one phones and accessory center and so say phone na say ya no be repair ama upe phone accessories screen protector memory cards headphone power bank bluetooth speaker phone covers ring light pen drive computer mouse any game pad and answer upe fan rice cooker iron any blender to ukon ma benya ni nyina bi wo prekuma to tatu nchemu kwan na linki ekopie anti maternity home and answer Thursday market no sa kwan na so and with one ewo obetimi afre with one ewo 024-934-0484 and answer 020-585-5229 eno number yani with 118 kama ewo so Adford frozen foods enso acha se enam papa fie openam ede ya aduane saudi ya aduane ewo fie and answer okwakoton o abonten so no baby e was okwaje wonam na de kwaye aduane no Adford frozen foods wa musi ope kotodwe na manama pork ntintini opa akokwa ne nsa dodo na fra ne 77 gizzard and answer sausage afi open na ntwemfunu mu tilapia redfish salmon pala ps opa amani sardine any tuna no ni nyina no Adford frozen foods ebenya bia ma wo mo brekuma branya kwakwan no so baby ankane na Chris FM ewo no opposite pair and Adford frozen foods ewo do ma kwan no so no washing bay no opposite and wo mo branch ba kon so ewa wo mo ebo adwuma yemfre Adford frozen foods ewo 024-843-1370 and answer 020-455-7434 enu number yani Adford frozen foods edin komo ewo so Adisia kitchen enso se ope fried rice there jollof rice there and answer plain rice afi ope indomie spaghetti banku and answer ebia mutua ni nyina na Adisia kitchen ewo brekum continental traffic light na say Alawa junction vision junction so and Adisia kitchen ewo ebia where to be engagement outdooring and answer ye bi na ekwaso enti ahohoaba upadua na de be serve wo mu a place you order ewo 024-148-2900 we any nyuma ko bi mu etese everlasting joy roofing services perfect finishing any wo mu a wo mu so ɛyɛ ready sɛ wɔmbɛtumi offload nneɛma every track so ɛde agu wholesale ɛne wɔn a wɔmbɛtumi load nneɛma every wholesale ɛde agu track so no loading boys yɛhia mo nti bomfrɛ 0206 567 190 0206 567 190 ɛno ɛyɛ number wofrɛ no wadwan ne loading boys no nti ɛna anɔpa wei ɛyɛ nnwuma ku a moka ho a ɛna anɔpa yɛde mo ɛkɔ nkurɔfoɔ ama so adehyɛ kitchen ɛnso ɛka ho bi yɛnkɔ Facebook ɛyɛ Akwaaba radio brekum anaasɛ Akwaaba FM na kofi deɛ teɛ ane sɛ dead no a wowura mu ɛwɔ Italia Italian Scudetto Calcio Serie A no deɛ teɛ ane sɛ games no bi ɛtumi ɛkɔ so a Venezia team no wɔn ɛtena fie ɛhyɛ Fiorentina ɛka mmienu a wɔn ɛte emu baako ɛwɔ Jewish Stadium no Atalanta ɛnso ɛbɔ 2 goals ɛtia AS Roma team no ɛte emu baako Ademola Lookman ɛto atena on the 9th minute ɛna Brand Christiente ɛnso ɛbɛteka on the 32nd minute ansina the Ghanaian boy Ibrahim Sulemana ɛnso ɛbɔ the winning goal on 76th minute ɛde ama Atalanta team no na saa goal na Ibrahim Sulemana ɛhyɛ no ɛyɛ ne first goal for Atalanta team no since what January mo nebom Ademola Lookman so anya 15 Serie A goals this season atoto na ɛbɔ Branton aba so wei atimi abɔ ama sɛ Atalanta team no ɛnso qualify to next season's Champions League because after match day 36 aka 2 more games to go Napoli team no ɛna edi kan wɔn ɛwɔ 78 points Inter Milan ɛtɔ so mmienu 77 points Atalanta aba bɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa wɔn nso ɛwɔ 71 ɛna Juventus ɛtɔ so ɛnan 64 Lazio ɛnso ɛtɔ so enum 64 aka 2 more games to go nti sɛ Lazio ɛne Juventus ɛwini saa 2 matches ne nyinaa mpo a wɔn ɛbɛnya 6 points plus 64 no ɛbɛmo amu 70 Atalanta nso lusu ne nyinaa already no our 71 point nti ɛnya deɛ sɛ Lazio ɛne Juventus ɛbɛtumi aba bɛsan wɔn mo Atalanta for ho nti automatically aka 2 more games to go and so Atalanta team no a qualify for next season Champions League na deɛ tie ne sɛ this season Champions League no final game ɛbɛkɔ so on the 31st of this month ɛwɔ Munich Allianz Arena PSG ɛne Inter Milan team no ɛna ɛbɛbɔ ɛno ɛna ɛno a UEFA a confirm referee wɔbɛhanto saa game no wɔn na bɛgyina mfimfini Romanian referee and di and Isvan Kovacs ɛna ɛkɔ akɔgyina mfimfini no anto game no on the Saturday 31st of May na yɛka no Isvan Kovacs ababeto dwa sɛ Inter Milan games a wɔdi no ɛyɛ mmiɛnsa na saa 3 games a wɔdi no wɔn anwini 2 ɛna wɔn ato baako enti wɔn handle game a involve Inter for aluso wɔn ɛkyɛ sɛ 2021 wɔn ane Shakhtar Donetsk ɛkɔ boy ɛma game no ɛyɛ 0-0 2024 wɔdi wɔn 4 matches wɔn ane Atletico Madrid ɛboy ɛma wɔn Inter for no ɛwini 1-0 ɛna 2024 so no wɔn ane Arsenal ɛboy ɛma no ɛkɔ handle game as center referee wɔn ɛwini 1-0 enti deɛ te ane sɛ 3 matches a wɔn handle no Inter for anya 2 goals wɔn anya 2 wins ɛna wɔn draw baako a wɔn elusu bi na wɔn wie no wɔn san confirm sɛ maame ani din ɛne Martinicic Ivana a ɔno nso ɛfiri Croatia Ivana Martinicic ɛna ɛkɔ akɔgyina mfimfini na afɛ Women's Champions League no wɔn nso ahandle saa match a ɛbɛkɔ so between Arsenal and afɛ no Barcelona on Saturday 24th of this month a ɛnyɛ easy kra wɔn san deɛ tumu sɛ Bosnia and Herzegovina referee din and Ivan Porto ɛna ɛkɔ akɔhandle UEFA Conference League final game between Real Betis and afɛ no Chelsea Bobo Konom na deɛ te ane sɛ urama Europa League no so no wɔn confirm sɛ German referee Dr. Felix Zoya ɛna ɛkɔ akɔgyina mfimfini no handle game ɛbɛkɔ so on the 21st of this month ɛno ɛyɛ UEFA Europa League final game a ɛbɛkɔ so between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United team no na saa game no ɛna German club Bayern Munich wɔn defend ofi Canada Alphonso Davies ɛnso ɛkyɛ sɛ Europa League final game no wɔsusu sɛ Manchester United team no ɛna bɛnwene na diamete ɛne sɛ uramu ɛwɔ Manchester United a Ruben Amorim ɛbɛstay regardless of the results a ɛbɛpie afri Europa League no mu no diamete ɛne sɛ United team no mpanyinfoɔ board of directors ɛne deɛ teɛ ne sɛ Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe mu ɛne Glazer family no ɛbɛ support Ruben Amorim in this transfer window na next season no wɔn nso abuild a strong team amu wɔn enti nya deɛ sɛ Ruben Amorim will lose the final final game and a Europa League match between Manchester United and Tottenham na wamu ebe pamno na nso awrawo samene se papa no ebe no wabo 26 matches no papa no awini 6 na 6 power win no was a hardwe ye papa ente was a United team no wamu nyina ekamu bom na fe wamu etimi etane niama around sadaba ya ebe boom na next season baby Manchester United ewo mrebia etwam no wetimi edi United team no adu honum
the way we play. But again, it seems like I'm pushing all to the players. I'm the responsible, and I'm really. It's hard to find another word. I'm really embarrassed of, in 26 games, win 6, and something is wrong in the way we are playing football. And sometimes it's not about the way we play, tactically and technically. It's the way we face competition and the way we suffer and the way we get mad because we are losing and the way we protect the goal, and these things we need to improve.
Sano ayan sama Rupin Marine manager au jinamu ema Manchester United bobo kono wadi etu jante wase United club no improve na osim sese no wanhu problems etu womo na idea no so no de tie ane se wama board of directors no anya clear idea about eniema United bobo kono ehia ebetimi aboa amatimi no akwadimu enti sese de wotwen ane se niema ebetuto ye the Amano na face no wetimi build a very solid team for Manchester United. Neyaka United asebno uko Manchester Chroma, Manchester City, and so I another club ewo na Kofi de tell say Manchester City team no wo so next season just your mbesha no upa Facebook no so ubehu Jesse Bia F papa sea blue wo usual colors no ena chasa ne kono mo de white kakra ato akire ena ubedi mu na Puma for na yeye into mu logo no eda right ena Manchester City logo no eda left ena wo ede white enso asin sense mu kakra aso mo de ya bia mu wati ase mo de ya bia mu achi ano ena Etihad Airways no enso egumu kama pa na shots no ebe white into over Facebook no so a over Manchester City jersey a wo ebe she ne next season this season midfielder Kevin De Bruyne announcement say at the end of the season no one also every Manchester City akwa different place na club akwa wey serious wo push for boy any signature aye access Napoli omo Italy na Napoli team no edi first offer Euromu dia mate NSM around 7 million euros a year and omo ready mo say omo edi bama Kevin De Bruyne after omo say contract no 3 years na 3 years no beche mu mienu omo di kana amani 2 years omo 2 years later no more the 1 year account and no both parties no more reach agreement no more the additional 1 year account and so aba boa maniama akose yasade ba ko as Kevin De Bruyne nani enche ho ene say 3 years contract no mu chemi no one dey epese guaranteed say saving coupon or sign 2 years na 2 years no esope wo ade 1 year na ebe kan yes no nko ana aka say Napoli for no enso etimi ekle because Sikane there wajia to 7 million euros and I face 2 years contract plus 1 year no wajia to minimum one money guaranteed say after 2 years no one add 1 year na ebe automatically Manchester City forces a Kevin De Bruyne aircraft one pen replacement into AC Milan midfielder Tijani Rendes and ababeto just this summer Pep Guardiola is serious rebuild no wa persuade dia Branton account na AC once no one attacking winger I Rafaelio a player bi of Portugal Chelsea for Edinachi Diamete and say Chelsea are ready to sign boy no with amount of 62.5 million pounds and no a reporter ever aside that one Chelsea for no I increase one confidence on signing AFC Bournemouth and Spanish defender Dean Housen yes Musa Madrid and Liverpool other clubs obani abre nanso Chelsea bobo kono e wo GDS so mu pushia ebenya Dean Housen se ebetua 5 million pounds penalty at the Manchester United na at the end of the season no Jadon Sancho and so I return to United bobo kono wamu aye serious on Victor Osimhen nemum Arsenal bobo kono and ensema moka and some person renew Thomas Partey contract na the upper and say clubs no no any Branton representatives and so asia nemum aso say Arsenal team no any contract na akwa to nanim ama Branton akasa ebia contract no wamon fa we nhemu no mu anyiwe emfiri no enya de se ebi enso atimi akwa to nanim a verbal agreement and at this two parties no wamon so epeso mo rechi ewie ansana wamon ade official bid na ebemana wamon ade amano eno ana Mikel Arteta say next season no wamon ekwa konya a better smiter and also right ability wamon ebetimi ade ayi adwuma enso anwene trophies ade ama Arsenal bobo kono no see we the one dem AC ekona Arsenal bobo kono ebe hia add up afi Arsenal team no be hia se emrante no ebe sua nema bebiri afri mistakes wam eye ne this season mu se da be ye betimi abo mo na next season no wam performance no etimi akwadi mu na Jimekara gase Mikel Arteta ekasa wodi ka because there is no doubt e wam se Mikel Arteta obi a wapenasem yepa na so na kurasem no worker next season pressure ebeba Mikel Arteta so in terms of winning something big, board of directors, supporters, and the global soccer loving fans, at the pressure, ebema Mikel Arteta, and to one kind of should I be at next season, and Yama Ebekoye Ama Arsenal.
I'm a massive fan of Mikel Arteta. I think he's a brilliant manager. I think the job he's done and to get Arsenal where they are, let's not forget for a good few years it was them and Tottenham fighting for Champions League positions. Then they made this jump to compete with sort of Manchester City, and they followed it up again last season. And as we see, we've pushed Liverpool this season, and this felt like it should have been their season. Now, there's no doubt next season the pressure will be on Mikel Arteta massively in terms of winning something and winning something big. And the Arsenal board, if they don't do that, will have a massive issue because they won't want to change the manager. But there won't be that many people saying 5 or 6 years without a trophy. And they'll be looking at how many managers can make that next step. The problem with changing Mikel Arteta, because as I said, I think he's done a brilliant job at Arsenal, is Arsenal could easily become what Chelsea are right now. Or not so much Manchester United and Tottenham this season, but they could go from a team who are coming second year in, year out, to a team who don't actually get into the Champions League. And that's the big conundrum Arsenal as a football club will have in 12 months. If Arsenal go close again but don't actually get across the line.
Ano aya ensama Jimekara ano aya former player Emma Liverpool Pobokono wade Emma ya na yenko Facebook no so na yenko next season Jimekara eken wasem no Jesse Arsenal likely some beshe because by all means this week woman ebe official presentation na even kwapono the meeting and it's a Sunday match woman ebe po at Newcastle no sa Jesse no and Arsenal for ebeshe yadikin yi achira mo pen ampampa ensema ye kan no eno a into ba Facebook no so ba Arsenal Jesse no Adidas for and red and white usual colors no na oba ne makon no so a woman ede 3 lines no abia ho and face no kono white ninsa no white and a visit Rwanda enso a good ninsa nchemu oba di mu waduma Adidas wo logo no white and that right and Arsenal wo logo no so no that left side and Emirates fly better enso egu animu kama pa entianu Jesse next season Arsenal for ebeshe Everton for aka just one game ewo Goodison Park na fe wo di Goodison Park eton kwanta wo apply next season wo mbekwa akopo mo new stadium Mosia eno Everton Stadium a capacity of 52,888 spectators na papa ni din ani Fahad Mushiri ono enso former owner Emma Bobo Kwefa na Everton no wadu na started sell project way na Mr. Fahad actually say wadu na de wombe catch and say by 2028 was every Goodison Park because wombe bubu Goodison Park eno na ban team say by 2028 there was start BB and BB no start ya no na near je pass ene womatimi a complete ya next season Everton team no ekwakwa use the new stadium one no Fahad started you know
told me that their estimate is by 2028 Goodison should be demolished, new stadium. So that was the first time it became part of the agenda. Then I went through the history of our attempts to have a new ground, and I realized that is the number one priority of the club, or should be. and we were all in love with Goodison. And by then, I was in love with Goodison. Nobody wanted to move. But the reason we had to leave was partly infrastructural, partly financial.
I know I am some former CEO and I say former owner Emma Bobo Kwano I Everton Fahad wano enso ede Emma ye na ye ka Everton aseminom uramu our Manchester Kona Everton ewo mu na the biggest club Liverpool na Liverpool team no just wo mu anya information sa Real Madrid team no pe Ibrahima Konate enti wo mu apese wo mu Emma Brantno contract extension next year 2026 na Brantno contract no yes Madrid team no very very serious we mu push said this time mbenya no we ma nya na 2026 so person mo fa ne free te said you mo fa Trent Alexander-Arnold no na Arnold ikoi no when and everybody replace no Liverpool for aye seriously on Abrante for Jeremy Frimpong on aye adwuma Emma Liverpool sin team no na yasin komodie akwaso Emma Liverpool for no already we mo aka Liverpool sin for say we be mo 35 million euros yes Brandon so anybody so by adwuma Emma Liverpool team no team komodie akwaso unim say because of FIFA Club World Cup no Premier League ne bedi kan abie transfer window no atumu ama clubs na mu ko FIFA Club World Cup no ato players enunti affected the main summer transfer window no amu si there wo mu edibe close summer transfer window no Saturday no enkonkoye 11:59 bio no mum ebekwa akoye 7 p.m. eno aye reporter eba yemfi Premier League mu yenko Spain na ko Spain Spanish La Liga no ene game sabakoso Real Valladolid 5 p.m. wo mu ani Girona na airport Real Sociedad 6 p.m. wo mu ebetwen Celta Vigo Sevilla team na and Las Palmas about 7:30 no china Real Madrid at na Estadio Santiago Bernabeu no mu any Mallorca team na about 7:30 Javier Arbeloa and Akwaaba Central Rafi no ando sa game no now so around 7 and Vinicius Junior inja wa picking in anuntino and yadi sa game na we bet me abobi and likely say the next 3 matches are Madrid for Everpo season mu in La Liga no and we na Brantno entimi amobi o make see ochna game na the tia anese Sevilla away and also want to me amobi na the last game anu aya Real Sociedad no and dey 50-50 ebi adu etimi abo ebi nso a no entimi ammo but dia mate and is Madrid team no e person mo Vinicius Junior the highest paid player of Madrid for one aswaye obesani new contract until 2030 na the new contract no ebe fiction on 325,000 pounds a week after tax na ukikani yina ebo ma afibia no obenya 20 million euros ano kakra e form eba yeti tie for na the national team the seleção of Brazil the tie anese Brazil for no enwa wo mu confirm se Carlo Ancelotti ebe fi Madrid after the final La Liga fixture game wo mu ebe bo atia Real Sociedad no aba starting new job on May 26 as Brazil for wo mu coach eno the Brazil CBF no wo mu confirming eda enra enti Kofi said Don Carlo Ancelotti ebe kwa Brazil for coach on May 25 no 26 na fe one also start adwuma as Brazil for one coach.
Head coach of Brazil. He will start his new job on the 26th of May. He will be in charge of Brazil for their World Cup qualifiers next month. This means he will be leaving Real Madrid at the end of their season in a couple of weeks' time. Now this is big news because Brazil, the most successful national team in history, have never had a foreign head coach or manager. But of course, we're talking about Carlo Ancelotti, who is an absolutely legendary manager, has won everything there is to win in the game, not just once, twice, 3 times, multiple times, was also an incredible player himself as well. So he will be becoming the new Brazil head coach later this month, and I've been told that negotiations on behalf of the Brazilian Federation were led by a businessman called Diego Fernandes. He was conducting the negotiations on behalf of the Brazilian side with Real Madrid and also their president, Florentino Perez, and also Carlo Ancelotti. And I think the feeling from Brazil is that they're very grateful to Real Madrid for the way these negotiations have been conducted.
Enti eno aye papa ne din ene Don Carlo Ancelotti na enra official statement from Brazil Football Association CBF almost say the greatest national team in the history of football would now be led by the most successful coach in the world, Carlo Ancelotti. And we must see obeli do amo for Brazil 2026 World Cup no na fence no what coach amo our qualifying matches are akano one match against Ecuador and a first match against Paraguay no because next month. Now one say na Cave Solicol a report no see the most successful manager and so Emma Madrid Bobo kuna yes of course were the most decorated manager out the history of Real Madrid mu na waje Champions League na 3 times, European Super Cup waje 3 times, FIFA Club World Cup waje 2, La Liga waje 2, Copa del Rey waje 2, UEFA Super Cup waje 2, and Intercontinental Cup no waje back on Real Madrid forcing woman there farewell announcement no why a legendary manager anti defeat to Barcelona 4-3 no 1% announcement no ever after 48 hours time. And yes, after defeating no more announcement in can test idea and can one more announcement because of say oil legendary manager Emo Muntino, 1% would be a buo and any dear Emma Don Carlo Ancelotti, 1% 48 hours ebechum into a frotchner cobiano, won't bet me I announcement but and run CBF for a announcement no more Madrid for no intimate announcement no.
Ancelotti is such a legendary figure.
Yeah.
He's achieved so much at Real Madrid, pretty much every club he's managed or played for. But Real Madrid haven't had a great season by their standards. They lost in very disappointing fashion to Barcelona, the great rivals, yesterday. So I think his departure had to be managed very sensitively. And that has been done. Having said that, it is an incredible honour for somebody who is not Brazilian to be asked to be the head coach manager of the Brazil team. So it is something incredible that he's going to be able to put on his CV. Looking at what's going to happen at Real Madrid, obviously they're playing in the Club World Cup next month. They need a new head coach as well. Now, we know it's an open secret in world football that new head coach is going to be the former Liverpool midfielder Xabi Alonso.
Yes, and Don Carlo Ancelotti Xavi Alonso and Nadia Tianisa yes in negotiations in Muno Madrid for and the Brazilian Football Association. I should share at the told them says Don Carlo Ancelotti and them said Brazil players no do draw na Juma Emma Madrid intino Madrid and a Brazil national team no about friendly game say no share one person with the contract na Carlo Ancelotti so no dia mate and so decided a Manchester United midfielder Casemiro obesia friend to the Brazilian national team no ababe one of the leaders ombetimi abuano na Cavesoli call a report no catch us Brazil for enya foreign manager pain and also munya bida I take you 100 years in here Ancelotti ababe the first foreigner who did the seleção of Brazil in competitive matches which is exactly 100 years in year na 9 matches and they are managed by foreigners ni na so no na friendly matches and Brazil for airport. The last one was 1965 and Don Carlo Ancelotti and about the first foreigner one also about competitive match na Real Madrid team no a plan say we official announcement of Carlo Ancelotti as it na and ya we plan so ne say one best announcement says Xabi Alonso and ever be your manager na Xabi Alonso Akacha Madrid for say what 3 players and send a FIFA Club World Cup never start here. I started Madrid for year to move. Now the they say before say FIFA Club World Cup ne ebe kono and now some be romuno. Womu ebe to left back, womu ebe to center back, nafe womu ato right back. Right back ne the air Trent Alexander-Arnold. Enti after FIFA Club World Cup no makwa ko top midfielder, no masia sane an attacker. Obetimi abua ama enyema akoshi ama Madrid bobo kono. Na left back position no Kofi made and it's number 1 target AC Milan defender Theo Hernandez afe Bournemouth abranche fan Milos Kekes wanu nso target number 2 and Alvaro Carreras ono enso player ama Benfica no target number 3 na Xabi Alonso ani say papa no last season and I said this season no about 3 back na 3 back no where you soon is 34 times in 2024-2025 season and a back for those no where you soon 13 times utimu se enyama enso kosu ye ema bobo kwa no Leverkusen na Kofi Ase because of that intino why na adwen say Madrid na war ba no we be Yusuf Vinicius Junior any Kylian Mbappe out front our attack war enti either say obebo 5-3-2 formation and I say 4-4-2 formation and obebo and I say 3-5-2 formation and obebo nti these 3 formations and I likely say Xabi Alonso aba Madrid we be Yusuf na Xabi Alonso na adwen say we person de Jonathan Ta Leverkusen eba Alejandro Grimado so no we person de boy ne eka na so both players no Barca for HSO mu enyam rantro mo pe United for so edi Jonathan Tachi na de amete ene se Kylian Mbappe enra PSG for akọ report to branch ne say onu mom ene wo so mo 98 million euros na wo mo court ama Kylian Mbappe say PSG for no edene ka unpaid salary enu 55 million euros PSG for no kwaya wo mo si branch ne abo delay taxes enti delay taxes no enu ene ema bibia happen into amonso edge damages of 98 million euros because of the delay taxes na nyankopon nya adoma ochena the app and na chi Thursday enu 15th May no Osasuna any Atletico Madrid ebebo 5 p.m. na for Espanyol any Barcelona abo 7:30 na Barca force El Clasico na no course no emo 13.8 million euros Hansi Flick contract until 2027 no bibia ya done the aka any official announcement no ebaba Rafinha so no ne contract until 2029 no homo arrange agreement now him say Barcelona working to extend Eric Garcia, Frankie de Jong and we say session contract wama senior confirm say 27th July wama any Vissal Kobe ebaka ko friendly match e Japan na Hoye Mendes say ye ka obi o deserve Ballon d'Or na Lamine Yamal or say Lamine Yamal deserve to win the Ballon d'Or this year. He has been the best player in the world this season. That is very clear. Lamine Yamal level has been worth the Ballon d'Or. And no sema Hoye Mendes wanu enso edi etugana kofi o ka sansem no score 94 aye omo rankings after Champions League semi-final and quarter-finals no wamu se Lamine Yamal ana Ballon d'Or no wolidi diotosum yenu aye PSG Osman Dembele Rafinha of Barcelona etosum yensa Pedri of Barcelona etosu enai Mo Salah of Liverpool etosu enum Lautaro Martinez of Inter etosu ensia Kylian Mbappe of Madrid watosu enson enwatwe aye Juan Donnarumma of PSG Nicolo Ballara ewo Inter watosu enkunu edu aye Robert Lewandowski enu ede foneba na Kofi de Etienne Cesc Fabregas ene leading candidate say no dodo na area de muso obekwa ko replace Xabi Alonso ewo Leverkusen ana from Verten so no Bayern for air try so mo de no ebekwa FIFA Club World Cup ni bi no akwa akwa adwuma na Lionel Scolani aye the best all time 11 players Wofa Gianluigi Buffon on Lionel Scolani go Argentina full coach or the Buffon and a goalkeeper Cafu and so at the ordinary defenders no Paulo Maldini and a Nebet and a Wofa Nesta Wofa Mario Silva and Wofa Xavi Iniesta Ronaldo Nazaro Dalima and of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Everlasting Joy Roofing Services SS open and chancing at the above danswa a year self-lock IBL and answer Euro Towns on Babuao after rain gutters I didn't share and chance about dinosaur and sweating feminine what was say upe beyond Biama kama pa ebia would done what the king so amateur painting air papa what must say roofing painting and a leakage is be a woman one ama wa mu se peso board dinosaur na so sikasem aye problema o de bra onu amu ayen hyehye a won beboa na afensu no wa mu aboard dinosaur ama emrepam na watwe sika na am wo mu yemfo mo e was 0596 877 505 omo brekum ya woda dwom ho kwan na elinki ekopie Pentecost asoda no omo ni service station no na ye opposite ana so mo badjuben pharmacy nti eba ne edan ene so emoya enua kropo no mo di guso eye everlasting joy roofing services
na
wache papa ene by plain rice ene nkwan body ampesie ene bayere no a unique kitchen Brekum Golden City Park animu ha coach Lamini animu ha and a unique kitchen ewa wamu airbo adwumanti yenko na afei yenko nkwaji aduane pa perfect finishing and so see POP no won be ye ne bo airfo wamu K dance hardware e was Senasi station wo yen from our 0591 193406 Kofi and Fancy
yara sibona na atene kasamra ni sebo de si usi atena si yenko na nchiremu no omfane de ema wo wia Ocean eba after Ocean nkomobia kitchen bia na area twaso edi ama we say good morning
Kofi Tago
bibia boko
Kofi bibia boko pa
nyame asise bibia boko
nyasem keto
sa
Kofi yanche obi a wotie program na na
obia
amcha director one open kese kwadwofo
fidiewura
na nka chense fidiewura anopa yi wo de masi menka hwe amama sole ahoma che bigina dan yachi ma wo su gate ma pia na ma friend 1 billion fidiewura me chena David.
What you?
Panty.
What you?
Nesmo.
Me PS man ko into.
After one more case ana. Okay. Original aunt. Original aunt Babrin Salu ani akwa. Slimba Gine guys ni na enche omo. E na no pay. Ade. Obi gi move fast food. Oni aunty ni omo mo nyina so. Kofi enche omo so ene anope ya enyasem ketwa.
Mate.
Okay.
Emuda ho. Yiti.
Enye nwanwa.
Nwanwa say.
Good. Kofi, me say be ya na me table na asem no ka ba Lami Yamal. Now, last year, he was 16 years. 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, bubo Ballon d'Or no. Unzo je nkra na de in advance Copa Trophy no.
Yeah.
But the main Ballon d'Or no. Lami Yamal in the top 10 or also 6. Now, Okobo Euro suje ye Odru final no 16 budget 17. At the age of 17, multiple bookmakers. Ebiane score 90 there no. And if we are seeing now discuss it there, they are discussing say the next Ballon d'Or no. Nipa ba call what chance so also am the man and nkofo bebre route including me myself. If he say Ballon d'Or no there, omo fama Lami Yamal. Me ma dwen se san ya che, se ba ka kire. Kofi enya wonwa. Inti no kra na yenka o anopai sport for newspaper na me ba be ka ho ase even esoro omo say multiple people are rooting for Lami Yamal for the Ballon d'Or and I mean bookmakers a lot of people omo rooting for him for the Ballon d'Or at the age of 17 and I'm not far from right last year bro me catch us say akra ne betima age Ballon d'Or before so be 20 years. Last year it was 6. This year ye bonidi for the Ballon d'Or. And the Enukra should tell you the kind of talent Kofi Lami Yamal eye. And the be me who stories like this. Me had a performance now kind me just one thing. And there is a little boy becoming a man. Lami Yamal. Yeah. What a story. 16. What were you doing when you were 16? Modric could be his father. And he said, me kai sa anu manoa. Because biggest newspapers in the back in the sport.
Yeah. And
master talent in the anu de. Na we hear West. Kofi Enshan common say. And na call ba ko bisa ba Barcelona ne Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Sa game na Barca winning 4-2 ne say Bobby Rodrigo di Ponsa.
Yeah.
Ampa makwa ko tie de okan ye nyina ma hwe video no. And Kofi see the ball itself a ball Rodrigo di Ponsa clearly. And even though baby a Pedri ball no na close but na nye that close for close proximity.
Oh, okay.
And na an obvious foul say a handball. But at the time referee na anje foul. Atletico Madrid jebo no Boda koy Barca jebo Atletico jebo no omko share enti after VAR review in fact ball no VAR review ye sa go no but VAR na review part na a ball Rodrigo di Ponsa no it was only TV replay and a twa baby a ball Rodrigo di Ponsa no now TV replay never nyepe And the make right na me bu afu because yet be your na TV na my angle be for replay perfect na pa on said here but VAR for no mo twara ye 10 time bi na amasa ye hu ne clear wa didn't na VAR no yes na referee go take wrong decision omo pay attention to VAR na better dey make yes now after the game a lot of in fact said they na pay the players na aka na bu afu no omo win here but still no mo dwa te say Madrid dey ya ba sa win here still omo fi say referee no anya dey no and the relevant for say omo consult La Liga referees no and omo say na yes e wo mu say ball no ball Rodrigo the Pons of which as a referee ni hu yan ko beje foul and in that score on that score no a referee mistake first point but secondly Argentina VAR na hu the Argentina VAR na hu ne say omo say time as a ball na e ko no tie ni ball no ball Rodrigo the Pons na Atletico je ball no for but now say ka referee foul but Atletico the ball no ko Barcelona regain possession na Atletico sa take ball ne fa so and this brief Barcelona ball no I cancel the attacking build up no and the na attacking build up direct this one je ball na no ko share e be di Barcelona ho briefly and na Barca for Atletico for na san je ball no e ko to aso share and the VAR no sa review na build up to the goal ni review into omo time ne say the VAR cannot go far back who say incident bit me see say ball ni fast wa chene go ba because the no man previous one but VAR ne nko because omo say the VAR cannot go far back eba sa dia ye she go 20th minute na say just ye constate hwe VAR from minute 1 already e see ya answer na go neighbor nti it cannot go far back and based on that no VAR ne started from when Barcelona ball be di omo say lusu na ball no ko ya Kofi Atletico Madrid for no ko share nti eba sa na etwa Rodrigo the Paul incident in eja wa chire so that means that referee no and na so sporty directly na nka oje foul but wanye and obviously said the nyina yehu ye it was a mistake but furthermore Barcelona went ahead and won it nti Kofi sabe penalty it was a clear mistake by the referee but VAR na there na ntimi nko na chi to that good me that say anopai Kofi yeah sorry Manchester United among some na trendy anopai say 21st May so omo Europa League against Tottenham no na omo wene ya nya de so omo be de friend na open top bars parade ni bi and according to omo team owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe o say omo be toto na no omo na obi akoni fie omo be barbecue no obi are na obi akoni fie na eno ne story akofi e trend ya no pay whether say or cut cost and now on yes certain with the level of performance among you for the day man no me worry ne say this United team Kofi there are bigger issues and bigger problems that need to be paid attention to and we wake up this morning the biggest United story is either so amoji Europa League na on be bus parade na team on say there be barbecue mum and then this is the main story that is trending in fact ain't been trending for United bad performance in Hunti. So the sun for caption and pay. Man United to hold barbecue rather than bus parade if Ruben Amorim flops beat Tottenham in the Europa final. Now so when him say Amorim team no flop. And that is where they should be thinking towards. Now you see, the coach was trying to communicate something in Ruben Amorim. The game before, the day before the West Ham game, and then after the West Ham game, because come be old in nature say. Under the last time I was say, Nyoma Aya said the Etienne he'll be out. And the in as much say United for no on the talk sports and they discuss Manchester United from how much now to 7 a.m. Almost say United in the plans to be any other some best Amorim now. But Amorim necessary yes say ya obeko. Why? Because he feels there are bigger challenges and bigger issues. Kofi, that was what he stated pre-match. Now, bigger challenge, you know. Even ya tie chire kura no yehu. Inti according to the coach, in as much say United ye flop. Of course, we a flop because this season, how many coaches? 3. Remember, Ten Hag started here. Van Nistelrooy by and Amorim aba. Now all these 3 coaches, a BNY United performance na won eso nani and I saw any. Subsequently, Obeka say Van Nistelrooy kakra ben kwa 4 matches. United about 36 Premier League matches. Omo the 16th position. In fact, omo last 2 games, you know, on the Tottenham that 17. Omo last 2 games here against Chelsea were away, and then Aston Villa home. Sorry, United born omo betuma lose ni mienu. Nti United betuma finish 17, just on top of the relegation zone. And the omo form na dey wom say nye. Now, Omashe only 42 goals in 36 Premier League matches. 42 goals. 36 Premier League. And the next one to me average 2 goals per game. To Omaya there 1 goal in a match on the average. But Omo consider 53 goals.
One of them.
Onana no by Inda. And out of 1 match be 3 points no. Kofi, in fact, 30 matches Christ supposed to give you 90 points.
Yeah.
36 matches is supposed to give you, if my math says me right, 108 points.
Yes.
Manchester United and 39 points out of 36 matches. 39 points. On the average, 1 point per game. 1.0. And yes, on the evidence of results, Coach Inaka, so after West Ham game, no say attack no lucky agency. I'm probably lucky agency because top striker Rasmus Højlund didn't even in my Premier League 4 goals. We are season neighbor ye di agro ha. Now ko to ba Akwaaba so no match Rasmus Højlund no striking Zegzi the whole season 3 goals. And then the Premier League. And the, of course, attacking agency no poor. And no see defensively, almost sound like agency or more problem. And also I'm obi an can't now. Ure Man U ball plus even 53 goals or more considering the Premier League. Nobody should tell you. Now you are Brentford 4. No, the Man United. And chair West Ham 2. West Ham will show obi no. And the yes, or more problem. Now this is the position of Manchester United on paper, but the coach is trying to, communicate something beyond this. And the look. We are Man U fan. The answer ma oyem shibuni. Memma Europa League name for when so that is exactly what the coach is trying to mean. Say Udie fooled by the Europa League. And they unim say United. So what about 17 and 16 next to bet and if things don't change, United is a relegation candidate. You have a starting season now. A probability setting become relegation. Or for United then can't see off for no. Anna, because consistently want to be baby. Now, that is what the coach is trying to tell everybody. Even though I'm not finals of the Europa League, but Carabao Cup, Tottenham must spend a year free EFL. FA Cup, I'm free. And look at Fulham. And beyond everything, aside the Europa League, this is the real United problem. In fact, the problem that the coach is trying to communicate, and can also say before the start of the season, United are restructuring the technical team. Will restructure even the top hierarchy from CEO to sporting director to Huan to whoever that needed to be appointed. And we thought United were going to go into a new direction. And then all of a sudden, players were United are going to be more. But Marcus Rashford for Aston Villa na obo. Anthony Okwa Rebetisa wadani goat. Scott McTominay Okwa Napoli or the Napoli is Syria. And he's a coach because there is a bigger problem, and if things don't change, maybe he will be leaving her. On him because already Memaka said Manchester United the Jumano abe the impossible job for coaches. Because look at the America oyem share. Now I remember no. The one thing that me throw the man no, and I added this caveat. Say, hey, Amorim Obano no bad coach. So no matter what happens, it is because of the team. Obano. Because what you say, or what baby an environment in here conducive very good, no? Or mobile who saw yadi no yadi. Good. And to me, mamma booming so we are blaming the air course inside. And for blaming my head coach because they are me with TV so. Me some fair. And based on that, Amorim is trying to communicate something beyond the ever TV screens. Now, we no say we need to be brave in the summer. And no only Manchester TV and they didn't come on. And to catch you because officer Ebusian come on. Now, brave in the summer he was talking about the signings. Both players on be free and on bebem. Because me for Man U players no. Kofi no krane say Ebia we de me you atwen yadwa. Nte bia me yi Bruno be free. But omo maka wo biasa. but you can't sign ye be free team no man. Oh, you money want to be be. So United players in United say you can't say ye be free man. And you know see they need to be brave. Brave in the level say me United team way. Martins delete or buy enche. But omo per center back so omo say ye free team nim. Lisandro Martinez, omo nkope first choice center back or ya dey say Lisandro Martinez, emebo center back no. Go more 1 game, 2 game no apira. What am I say? Ebia Patrick Dogu so far so good will be maintained. Where new arrivals, who got to buy into Intiminia, but open, you got to Casemiro. Because if you want to be brave, I'm in a team that's on film. Yes. Who got any Casemiro, you know? Attack. Rasmus Højlund, no. Zexio. Omunina, Kofi. And if you need to be, me say, so you're money man. Ube and Magua Munina, Obiabeton. But the results in it. And the coach is talking about they need to be brave to the level. Say player in the contract across say yen cheno on yadia. No. Said yo, they should be bringing in players from member competition. And you way more who say, hey Hussein, top players na more no. Meaning what was that? Top players na more no. And it's about time and so you are mudini free now they are performance and access you. And when I say I'm pass me braver and so much be bregu. Yes, sir, next season we a relegation candidate. Now signings. It's about time United will have to be bold enough to buy players or buy immediately. Kofi, or more numbers. See, ye Niagro. I've started sad way Zlatan Ibrahimovic time. And I said this, say, every single player, as far as my football knowledge is concerned, so you're a striker, you're on a benchmark, you're on a ceiling, you're on a goals are a dinechi. In the level, say Kofi. Your player be or team be or baby, are down the average of 30 goals a season. Opa, man, call him 30. Back you see, man. Your player be our children say ceiling a dinner, chino, baby, you be uncle, you could be 40 a season. Man, can be for Kylian Mbappe, Bravo Barry Madrid. But you are buying 39, 40 on the man on farm. Club work up, Kenya. And the actually say, even Luis Suarez, made the first example that day, no, now me analyze Suarez move from Liverpool to Barcelona. And then I started the Suarez PSV I know him to Ajax Amsterdam to Liverpool, and I was giving them every season on average goals for them. And for Barcelona, so goes to Famba to the level so quite Atletico Madrid. Go and check the goals that he scored there. Striker Bia will go say Dinechi. And the United, no Hurricane. Season young goes for them. But of course, Germany, yes, or Simena, a month for Downton, no. But your goes through them, and you know, they occur a Galatasaray or them. And the so open striker. No, if it's a girl carries the bet amount 40 goals a season, or Simena bet amount 30. It's about time that you need those players. Because I will strike an amount 3 and 30 up at the end. 30. In the United, no, I'm already trying to communicate for everybody to understand. Now, even if baby I didn't win, they buy all the necessary players. Do all the necessary things. United should admit, say the way on must sink further deep, you know, they will still need to give the coach some time. Because you can't just build this one season. Even if they do the right thing. I don't know how far back are United they were. Because baby on must sink, you know, if they want to even do the right thing, it won't take 1 year. To United, they could I'm an enemy. Now, they should stop thinking about the barbecue and the bus parade, you know. No more shit team. Kofi, I say Real Madrid. Finally, Brazil for now confirm say Ancelotti is going to be their next coach. And it means that automatically changes by Real Madrid. Now, any changes are me the picture be by Carlo Ancelotti. Yes, substitution Eden Xabi Alonso abebo ball. But where changes we know Ancelotti ne leave Ama Xabi Alonso abe coach. Now, for no doubt to story ne kakra, and it was confirmed by Brazil for no Football Federation. And then Carlo Ancelotti, from the history days as a coach, one of the players are Omoya ne Droba Pa Ricardo Kaká dos Santos Leitis Sasadino Kaká. Or the Kwaiji no so congratulate you know on the statement that Brazil for the buy say Carlo Ancelotti is going to be their next coach. Now, Enei say Usha Xabi Alonso over Real Madrid. In fact, there are a whole lot of things that is going to happen. Because first, another change Madrid for they reacted to season way and your man uncle. And he already there's Trent Alexander-Arnold and the pipeline him. There's Carlo Ancelotti. Now it is confirmed that Lucas Vazquez will be leaving at the end of the season. Yeah. And already know Madrid are reacting or more make changes again. Ancelotti free no free Real Madrid no. And you know kwa Nebano so a free hobby. In Davide Ancelotti. Now Neba Davide Ancelotti kofi. And you know kwa na free ho. Ono Francesco Muari.
Okay.
Omoni ni nyina na buy. In fact, or a part of omo backroom staff no omo training Real Madrid. No you more specialized with regards to set piece in there, dead ball situations, you know. How Real Madrid they deal with.
Okay.
And now that this has happened, look, Javi Alonso no free or free Leverkusen. It is highly possible that Francesc Fabregas na Juma here will come into Leverkusen AI to bring Fabregas there. And the marker for a certain domino effect. Domino effect, yes, say your man is a coffee, a diabu. Na Diana copine bibi for na sa de krona kobo bibi na ba be ball castle. Domino effect. We na kwaka we. Radio mu na test you Ghana say ba ku free ha na we you free na we you free. Sa any friend domino effect. Until now, that domino effect say Ancelotti is leaving to Brazil and then Leverkusen coach in Alonso Real Madrid and Como for no Kofi coach in Fabregas echo replacing in Leverkusen and then Davide Ancelotti is not going with his father or no so say waso na adwebo now Como for na I so no na be ba be coach o on Francesco Muari no and the marker 4 years Sam Circle be say and at the end here and now David Ancelotti likely to go to Como. Na Enuama Fabregas, Aba Leverkusen, Alonso, Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid coach Brazil. So that is the domino effect. Wow. Now there are some other news on coach. You know, David Ancelotti said now even Glasgow Rangers, Scotland, or more I so of course. Abrante and Obian will say the next job of Papa Kobe and on Kobe or no answer but Sate. On also coach go within the papachi and that. Now Real Madrid in reaction already Macatro said season anko you know. Am I reacting one in bringing another? Am I reacting two in sacking the coach and bringing a new coach? And now there have been multiple reports of the number of acquisitions that Omopeso Omoye. Ebi at the end. One, Madrid left back situation. Already there's Arnold who is coming as a right back. Now the left back situation, according to even Leicester Marca Diaban, any multiple reports just say Abrante and the Andres Carreras or Bob Benfica or Motri Bilami Channel man to form return like not to stance in between you gunachi. Only a player about Kwakufi, Madrid for enquire about. Now, and your Carreras and Kwa. There are other players in Abrante and the Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez and so, you know, AC Milan. Now, Abrante and the Milos Kekes. About Bomov, young 21-year-old from Hungary. And also, married for iron. And at exactly 10 o'clock, Pecan or Yadma level. Actually, said, you know, catch us Leverkusen for no. I'm going to try back and say, Pina Alonso body. And so, who's a wing bass for Arnold Aoki. But on the left, and you just walk off Grimaldo. Who's the cancer 70 days now? Now, level 4 reporters say, and Real Madrid were thinking. Say three back there, Alex Grimaldo. Now Grimaldo is part of the options for team and the Real Madrid because Obe you wing back and Obe even an attacking fullback. Coach in him Grimaldo you super. Okay. In fact, last season Ballon d'Or players and Grimaldo then did and it tells you the kind of quality fullback are. Now it tells you say Real Madrid and according to reports, HSN now Florentino Perez in reaction has assured the coach said they needed acquisitions in terms of options, center backs, striker, any fullbacks are here biano. Omobema coach nato. Even some of the players will be coming for Dean Housen, bomb of player. It is highly possible in a week or two, according to multiple reports, Obe Real Madrid. Why? Because Madrid for the same a lot of players a prayer. Club World Cup also started junior. So also some signings before the Club World Cup. So based on that, you know, Madrid will have to be buying some new players. Add to the old players. No more do Club World Cup. So already Real Madrid are reacting to season where ya and Yoma Anko, you know. Now upon the San Yoma way you know reports in their course, you know. And a sport for the Barcelona for Pam Ancelotti. nti sport newspaper na me de ba adope ya la me amada so no eno ana omo sa tworo e de ba say Ancelotti da so ga no say Barcelona fo no omo na hapa Ancelotti Kofi Amba
esa wo hwe say for El Clasico or the preseason kan na kwa 5
show ni nyina nyanketo ade nyina nso wo to score lines but Kofi say nya no kwa e bia ka Madrid je Champions League
gebia na se bia na nka brat papa so taking the decision wi
abende
yo yada sia no aye Hussein Adams na otene kasa mana ni nsem body ni kiremo SC osine eba na no ana Mat Ansu Enterprise wasemi nkancha zebra ho oba obenya mu bi say ama no ne de ana fe so local one obenya bi sa so say soft drinks no zebra obenya bi so here oyira wo say ama no ne na fe so local one no obenya bi sardine apese supergata na asitre na pe say samina ho na say tomatoes na pe say makro ne nyina oba ozabeti maka bi e de frɛ aso ye wasemi nkancha so obehu obrekum our Central Market wape adjacent yane jasene palace no and say adjacent what mean can't say but more than a phrase is here I was 0535 339143 0535 339143 phrase is here na yanyo so na no ana Gosway aluminium saso ana grasswork 7 can't zebra grass is one juma na ye yensane nyume efe yanu bosse da fom wasemi can't say sliding windows bi say tinted glass and say windows out on apem say puppet bi na pe bi de koso asoro demo ana sampo say here windows bi say ya bands and say office awro kenya oba ye betimi ine kama 8 na mam say wo salon bi ye me decorate with glasses no oba ye betimi ine kama 8 na mam wasemi can't say nyama na papa nembo efo ba bibia wo ayi se wo hia nyama na bibia no oba e ba beja free wasemi can't say pop cement no wakofa bi e de aba oba to 4 board no dima esa ye papa kwana kwaji bi na o pop adwuma na ise wo ye no na kowie pe kama intime informam wasemi nkancha so obehu ye brekum patapo kwanso bosio mo pe ye semfifi obeduo na sambo na isi okakraka obeduo na CEO na nabo ache wane ni team na omo jefeso ama ne omo no zatimi akabi wase Monday to Saturday ene ye adwuma ho na fresesie I was 0543 085487 and 0205888207 ofra ya bejo so ni abo amane amapado ozatimi etimi yaso omanyina ka on bi ena no pay wote yankasa akudiem sem no ye de edan de nenia eno enya sem kitokre enche na de aka na atwa so the tactical man Ocean
tago
bibia boko
yankopon adom bibia boko na nso
boko peja mike ni kakra za ezere minya oyi muda ho na adie na ese omatweregu atade wo se de bemis yana
bemis
okay eno no eye itiri for na ase bia ana
min check ye
won check ye on
wadunu kra nko so
wonye so se imagine de
oh di ye no bibifo eno
oh asema mi busawi ane da bi
ye tudi se di no mani pani nye yie na so obi di Abraham san
obere say you know
obi di Jacob di obi no obi di ayi
why Enoch omo nyina Bible mu di Bible mu di
Bible chirefuo ya janya me ehira be
obi won so bi aton rice
bi di wood
ho omo water drink water ho
nso no wadi yese tam
and Brasun says yes I suban yes sound
yes sir it is about our actions suban
di o se gawa bro chanke se di ne nkemfa mfero
oh me I'm not much concerned about this me I just want a name I represent my identity
oh
yes e bia dinu na emu amami
me you got to be zanen get at all
why not
oh okay
Dibia rice obi the wood
kaja kwa hizo weka hapo
obi yogurt de nye yogurt
ye di yogo
wonye dibia mam say frame yogurt kwam yogurt aro obo nyu ba ko ro ohu so nu ya bia
ye di
yogurt pa go fi I don't have no problem only more problem
that be do
na pedi bi to me as yogurt ane tie for me ni ko ta go bi nyanse mo studio ha no pay Obi, that's a fire. Yanchi tie for.
Obi ajozum.
What one mama da don Carlo Ancelotti. Na ye ni nkomo kakra me mfa nkomo no free home ra. Now says official confirmation about from CBS, Brazilian Football Federation. Eno na omo FA president Efen Ednado. The official confirmation ba say omo confirming coach Carlo Ancelotti say well no and ebe replace Dorival Jr. After Brazil painful and humiliating defeat to Argentina in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers, and it raised a whole lot of controversies about their technical department, especially the only do as a head coach. Mususu said Dorival Jr. ain't the right man to lead them to 2026 World Cup because US, Mexico, and Canada. Internal official confirmation a jebo general bedru. Now Kofi on record. The coach back who recently team be near dinner chian sa appointment we are.
Ancelotti.
Yes, who's that? Am I dinner chief for means more than 2 years?
Yes, ache.
Tite, kama Tite air kono. Ana mu yes and common for Ancelotti do baby ana Pep Guardiola diaba nkomonum enu baby ana Zidane mu nyina diaba be fa nkomonum. But obia consistently na ni din wa contest num pa conversation num more pa na Carlo Ancelotti. Because they feel say wono and a beba be lead Brazil national team, now will restore the glory days back.
Okay.
Now, the appointment, Kofi, I didn't say bebre and aba. In a sense, they are new to this. Brazil for used to say I'm first foreigner.
Okay.
And he on record, he is the first ever foreigner Ayafana as a permanent coach. First ever foreigner Ayafana as a permanent coach in 100 years in here.
Okay.
Who's a Brazil they the most successful national football team. Because I'm gonna World Cup, don't other major titles.
Yeah.
Now, appointed foreign coaches on 3 occasions. Now, on 3 occasions, no, combined games for my manager 9. Games no crowd managing unofficial games. In the chance of Brazil Nankasano, they are used to the tradition, say, foreign coaches in India. Into Ubasha, Bakusama and said in 1925. And at the first time a Brazil for the Mojuman foreign coach. On the grounds our coach, over free South America while free baby cry from Uruguay.
Oh, okay.
In 1925, dear friend Roman Platello. On the first ever foreign coach, but no cry free. CONMEBOL. Then the next time, another foreign coach to coach Brazil national team, your friend Jorica, no a Portuguese in the same year 1925. Now Jorica no a Portuguese and Portugal for the Brazil for no year for.
Oh, okay.
Portugal for Moncola and Brazil, discover the entire South America and portion of African continent. And any more certain similarities, Into the now in 1965, and the last time Brazil for the Omodumano, Emma foreign coach. On the ground of South America or Argentina, near friend of Filippo Nunes in 1925. So it means that they are not used to foreign coaches, Now the reason why Brazil for the Omoya being said, some successes or money down the years, Ebano. And local coaches and the Omoya success and the Omunya side glory, Until Brazil edged first World Cup in 1958, Na local coach a friend Vicente Fiola. Obeji in 1962 no. Na friend baako Aimo Moreira. Carlos Alberto Pereira mo ebeji US 94 ebiya Felipe Scolari ubeji in 2002. And clearly na kire say ade a omo ye a emo mbenya success no na edin so ombesesa omo ensa but finally omo de adwuma no ama eye foreign coach. Now BBC 4 aye article bi omatwa article bi na ubie article no mu a the questioner eda aye head article na say the caption on the article say can Carlo Ancelotti face Brazil in the World Cup hoodoo. You know say Kofi recently Brazil for the World Cup na omu ntumi make impact omu make in the previous World Cup ayabo. Brazil de Kofi omu World Cup omanya de cry omu semi final na final. hono kra na onim se wa faili Brazil ko World Cup no ko di semi final la onim se wa faili na campus se Kofi ebi obe film even in the group stages and answer in the early stages of the knockout phase. Now since 2002 what the national teams are omutimi Brazil every World Cup mu. What the national teams are omutimi humiliating Brazil all World Cup. Because World Cup there Brazil for there. World Cup na nkasa na ye bono. Brazil ba World Cup ni bia. Obia nim say can tournament favorite Brazil won't be. So mo ani kan on be second. So bookmakers no ye omo niema ahead of any World Cup campaign bia. Brazil am not top on the favorite list to win the World Cup. They will fall within the favorites. But then from 2002 after Korea, Japan now Muji World Cup in free Germany in 7 no. Because 2006 France in the semi-final. The other battle about 2010. 2010 I saying the Netherlands defeated more kind that campaign in our Schneider no no. Netherlands in a year or more. Of course, one of the European teams are team Brazil pano and Netherlands even before France. South France and Netherlands they European teams or team Brazil pa. 2010 Netherlands in a year or more. I think in the quarter-final stage. No about 2014. Another crown for more the host here. But host Fred dance boka. Host here we are grand Caribbean command you hosting right now. Especially at the time the national diamond staff Germany humiliating defeat 7-1. Kofi Azumi said Ghana host to AFCON.
Yeah.
World Cup the young no just 2000. And Azumi said Ghana host to AFCON. Now Kofi yet ye home now everything say Ivory Coast abeche Ghana 8-1. And I say one. I think I'm say one host to crown and carry. And there also another disappointing campaign in 2018 for Russia. And also anye and about Brazil for knockout more compare baby at that time. Oh, they are never to change. No about 2022 Qatar. Croatia in the year Brazil. 2018 where the Belgium at the year Brazil. Final Brazil Brazil war. I'm the quarter final stage. And I'll be Qatar 2022 and also Croatia. These are national teams and maybe an come to me Brazil and so many on Bebo. You will always be defined as underdogs coming up against the most successful team, that is Brazil. So they want the culture. He has seen it all. Okra experience over to my restore the glory days back, the fear factor. Kofi a young Klano who be share Brazil wa Dino Kwana Bobon bet 25% the more move. Dino Brazil who be share more Dino Kwana Bobon be the more bene. Or my by ordinary opponent to be able to share more on your own slow more AABM. Now, why do you think, sir, Brazil funded the Juman Ebema Carlo Ancelotti? Now, the reason why Omude Juman man Carlo Ancelotti earned a track record, he is a true winner or a champion. So, we'll share the tradition of Carlo Ancelotti in the successor. Kofi baby, Obeko be a successful. Baby Obeko be a trophy with the exception of the Juma be a fire. Yeah, you first say Jumano de Ned Bruno so. Napoli and Everton Jumano. Who the another tone change from class side? Country be a come be or successful. Starting from Italy, moving from Italy to England, from England to Spain, Quadrinan Germany in India. Baby Obeko be or successful JJ trophies. And today things are based on a track record in CV and a tradition the tradition of success, you know. A man qualifies a Jumano or the man will be to make the air Jumano. Now, at the Bakwa, I divide opinions as to how Ancelotti be successful with the national team. And I say, only experience be in coaching national teams. When Ancelotti started in coaching career from 1994, Bano. Kofi on far national team be as a head coach da. Okay. On coaching national team be as a head coach da. Inti eno man crofo before say okra virtually zero experience with national teams. National team coach is different from coaching club side. Yeah. But you see, Kofi, in 1994, US World Cup, no. Richmond being a picture on Fantoso. Carlo Ancelotti was an assistant coach to Arrigo Sacchi. And to Ancelotti in a dinner who are branted and Tano and answer no retire cranche. Before coach Parma, after Parma no about Juventus, from Juventus to AC Milan. And to know a assistant coach to Arrigo Sacchi for the Italian national team. And that was the first time Ancelotti any experience with national team, but not as a head coach. I only do almost. Inti ya no the one common the etienne go vi. You better say na de na be ko. Because they think say they need a coach bi a ni mu edu a obetimi abe restore the glory days back. Obeti the Brazil for abaje air trophy. Now Brazil national team no enye coaching problem nko a because my kind of time again say Brazil for to produce top class coaches bi in the previous years na Brazil ewo Felipe Scolari mu a so Felipe Scolari Portuguese ni no mo Vandala Luzinbego mo omo good coaches even omo tumi ba Europe kra no ebeye I mean ebeye be make impact no ene omo ntumi MS ade ni biem ori anu beto nchen Brazil lack quality enti ene reporter eba no Ancelotti consider so the Casemiro eba Casemiro na captain for Brazil national team no officially but recently no yen frɛ no due to one reason or the other. And Carlo Ancelotti aba knowing very well say he believes in already made players. He believes in experienced players, you know, or considers or be free Casemiro back to the national team. Omun consider no mun produce world class players because Brazil parading starting 11 will be in the previous years now no edini. Because the other time me tie Luis Felipe Scolari, you know what I say Brazil, maybe an Tremona Brazil or match. No right dressing rules or the players in the coding combo. Her players now motor and also only catch up one combo. You are her Kaka, only Kaka, Adrano, Luis Nazaro de Lima, Ronaldinho, Lucio Mujina, Chido, Rivaldo. The Arsenal catchers I plays with. Into a monco, Brazil, the pool of talent. That superstars na ni any Brazil produce and there these are some of the issues I also where they consider. Now where from that go we yanko France e ho ehuru and now Paris court and now date na say
and no na on the
12 good Paris court and no moko nyane asem ni biem na asane tintin ni tietie nyina na say Kylian Mbappe at the Paris Saint-Germain akwa gina court na kwa Mbappe di Paris Saint-Germain ko gina court nyina na say ose Paris Saint-Germain for ne deneka sika ne boye 55 million euros what they call dollars $61 million nti Kylian Mbappe raise claim say Paris Saint-Germain for ne deka over unpaid bonuses and salaries. Now, yeah, that's sorry, yeah. PSG for no so file counter legal claim. Now, Kofi has a counter legal claim. Say Obi Edo court. In football, it is a counter attack. Obi no bad show. Now what Tana went me answer no waje ball now we're tracing a cheat. Sana tenti in law court and find a counter legal claim. Nti Paris Saint-Germain for now finally counter legal claim. Eddie Etia Kylian Mbappe say. Kylian Mbappe enso agwomu boboko no fi. Nti omonso Mbappe demand 55 million euros afro omo de a. Omonso demand 98 million euros and Eddie fi Kylian Mbappe lutin ho. Now the reason why almost a file counter legal claim at Kylian Mbappe and say I must say Mbappe and Adam. No one so obeko. And I want making it clear say obeko. And it was say team not that year. We wasted team no time. 2. Mbappe amo reach agreement and Mbappe can say obeko asundwemu. Nti so obeko dey a obe free boboko num free transfer dey a. Ni bonuses bi a o sankachi ni de man no Mbappe ka kire omo se o de beche
okay
Nemo no Kofi sa bo share na anasa sa verbal agreement na omo ko ye no na nye on paper and underline here the underlying word here is verbal.
Verbal.
Ano keke no mo de kan say Mbappe si bibi or the bibi acho mo. Because ko free dia because ko akwaje sign on fee with Madrid dia. And the secures a PG de man no onje. Nti the bibi ade acho mo. Nti ekoye verbal. Now Paris Saint-Germain case pa mudina so eye reputational damage. Mo fu se Kylian Mbappe akansem bi e de agu omo bobo ko no hu fi eno mususu say also file counter legal claim against Kylian Mbappe. Now what it means here is clearly Bibia shows tension now between Mbappe and PSG bobo ko no ntem. Because mpenifo senka fie chi de senka bufunu bia ni ho. But the name Mbappe afri ho. But Mbappe is demanding certain amount to be a Paris Saint-Germain for no so feel say he is not due to be given that amount no already or demanding no.
Okay.
The actual emotions abamu ha. Two parties ni nyina feel say Obia ni na nye den amon ho no omoni ho andi ni ye Mbappe for say PSG for ni na ni ye sana PSG for no so for say Mbappe ni na nye den andi ni ye enti no Paris court na nya asem ketwa PSG for no so file counter legal case e de atia abrante fe no e Kylian Mbappe ni kofi eno ye nkoma asinti ye behwe de be free sa asem no so be dey ebeba now finally on Manchester United kakra bi. I see coffee. Ruben Amorim. Oba Manchester United no. Obi out here in Biana began to say the conversation around Ruben Amorim is Manchester United Elkofa coach. Oh yeah, very good coach, very promising coach. Because of the with AS Sporting CP. Yeah. Now Ruben Amorim Sporting CP ball or mubo nyina Oko Portugal wa people feel say for now omo the best team no omo team no Ruben Amorim na team no. Oh okay. Was omo bet omo first trophy in so many years. Now go Portugal wa na team so omo so and e bom there Benfica ni Porto. Now about 228 games in Sporting. 1 FM. And we winning 161, draw 34, lose 33. Oba no oji Portuguese cap. Mienu wajiji a lot of trophies with Sporting CP. And this Manchester United Saka Ten Hag. Not is almost the coach be to say Ruben Amorim. Liverpool for no more penal. Western United mu ina no more penal just that nkomo no anko as expected. Na it say we United fan na ubenya hope. So United is bringing in a culture very promising ni ideas emudo obet my best sound the story for Manchester United. But if you are buying no Manchester United adwuma no ama coach no be a bad coach. Now so when Manchester United post Alex Ferguson now, let's count the number of coaches omobefa aboboku no. Mourinho, Luis Van Gaal, David Moyes, Ralf Rangnick, Erik ten Hag, interim coaches the dos Michael Carrick, Van Nistelrooy mu nyina be dey. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer mu nyina be dey ebe fam. But then so previous record and now so the track record of coaches omoba post Alex Ferguson now. Cause you bet them make a genuine case for Ruben Amorim say. And free Ruben Amorim and a Manchester United a Jumano aye densa. Now it seems that Manchester United a Jumano aye mere work bia. It seems I've done an impossible job for any coach bia beba befa e boboku no. Was for Alex Ferguson. So when you be to say Mourinho, what me Luis Van Gaal mu nyina ba. Now still omuntimi turn things around for Manchester United. That clearly say Manchester United the money goes beyond coaching. Now the problem here and say Kofi Manchester United be Manchester United nyina no. Enye nipa dodo. Manchester United job no. Enye adwenkyere bebre ne de ye. Nti so aba be Alex Ferguson the United ebe successful na. Na time na nipa miensa pe na United adwuma no. Ubeya Ferguson as a head coach. No o supersede and I say control final authority over the playing body over the technical aspect of the team. He decide the uncle, the omra, when say na person me ball.
You.
But then Manchester United under new administration, Papa your friend Sergeant Radcliffe, United are appointed technical director, SM for sporting director, SM for director of football. And Brony Fred be duplication of roles.
Okay.
Anytime we better take a decision, no. We take a decision based on interest.
Yeah.
And the Abaya been baby, and no bar, yeah. Omo ay director than asphalt resign you know what omo kwako fa Ruben Amorim krampo no oni omo enya disagreement and omo for say even the timing Amorim kwako fa sa coach no kan wrong.
Okay,
but unlike the previous years na ye Manchester United David Gill, Michael Edwards and Silas Ferguson just keep me in sape
Mate,
and you go be Manchester United man, it goes beyond coaching.
You
Aye niema e hye aye niema happen off the field and the influencing decisions are AC on the field. So I feel say answer na niema bet masasano. The situation goes beyond the coach.
May that say Papa say we do DSC and no I had a tactical man Ocean. Nano and Bruno Beck Samin Cancer say ventures or Samin Cancer say ono Oba why also on a face so peba could be a good use no bounce a big bio say disposable cap CB and as a political answer up say take away boost to be now cancer a fridge say pass the pipes and from Serbia a bit my boot my dinner Oba CM I was 0556 468154 and 0503 603426 Ofra Yebejo Suni Abwa Nano and Red Stalaba Samin Cancer Zebra oh and a soba Obenye and pay edim was Samin Cancer was say jollof any chicken say assorted jollof any chicken and jollof rice any goat meat Ubenye bio say assorted jollof rice any goat meat sauce and fried rice any chicken Ubenye bio say assorted fried rice and a fish or chicken Ubenye bi sauce say fried rice any goat meat no unye bi home no was Samin Cancer say edanche say fufu any appointing kwine any live soup say fufu any akokan kwani la so penye bi fufu ne tilapia na pe anase banku ne okro stew no ne nyina obenye bi edi ewo red stalaba na osemi nkancha se obehu ye e obreku message wo enkane marina odua one is here wom e ya frefre no afrem 0599825284 ana 0505 329639 fresisie togbi abakeke wasemi nkancha sa habaina ana ese wode bo na wo yado to ase kama diama yade be say asthma say ya wo say stroke be say cancer be ana simple blood pressure say fibroid ana simple menstrual disorder say also hernia ni nyina oba be mo donate me free so eno say edan to say cancer say ya hohoma wade bi say promise and face say bad luck akwanto na kweda jono say watom tinta wa wia tu fo nya say ye hohom duabo bi se no so a ni nyina oba ye dia habana na ese to ase kama edema oba hu ye obrekum nyame na junction so pe aya frefre no frɛ 0242 582807 0242 582807 fra ye bejo so remedy dental clinic kwa semin kanto sebra esiwa djuma ne ye oba nakuma bi wo se no ebeye kama yentu ne mfa fufrensi oba ibetu ne esensini kama etimi na ma pampa bi na efro no ba oba ibema dro na etimi afro so wo semin kanto se wo se ne yetu a emfa wono kala pe ne nyina no ibetimi ane kama etimi edema na obehu ye e obrekum main station also pe we ne wan fie bank and wadan krom e main station echo wo semin kanto se eye Monday to Saturday ene ye adwuma no pardon atwe ne ejine no nifa na ede aba na wie e ya frefre no afre 0531 279503 0531279503 fra yebejo so Dr. Asari gonorrhea professor no wasemi nkancha sebra Toscana Herbal Clinic oba we had ne twice say gonorrhea surface ana sample chlamydia bi uba ibema odu na time free so awona pebi o sebra ne ma odu na wona ubi sasa stroke bi na hasa osisi ene we ya waye mrampam ana fe say typhoid fever ne nyina ibetu to ase kama 8 million ma wase brekum obahu ye ampata se kwan so ye ne all for Christ asore dan ne die ne hwem ye ne extra o spot ene wadan krum ana fe so nyano behu ye awo new road awo estate wo ye ne Methodist junior high school no ene and me e ya frefre no afrem 0244 109022 0558 578011 and 0208 950405 ofra yebejo so na no ana Rep City Chapel Samin Cancer Zebra e wono buy dem paibo na kwanche egu fom na wo hawo na wo so etimi ayi e de fro so wasirin cancer say ya hohoma wade bi odi for Zebra odi for Daniel o se ba wo dem paibo na kwanche egu fom say ya won apem say ya de bi na tie so anu sa edanta kwanto ana akwa dadwene so ne nyina no ukohu odi for Daniel obetima jofeso no otime to ase kama etimi de ma wasirin cancer za dwuma na pa bia ye watchini sa onye bia bomode mama abamu emu wo de bomode ko pie mu odi for Daniel ho wo de paibo na kwagire egu fom wasirin cancer say Tuesday bia na anwumene no nso kopese no nkrobebo eno oduma se promise school ho na ise wo ana face Sunday e wa bisim Ramoze Jansen wodu on say kan Friday so ana fe Monday wasi osunyane tano so wo Adengo road do odu on sabetima kan na aya frefre no afrem 0546 747475 ana 0592 382224 ofra yenu bedi nkomo na nkomo bia kechi bia bomde timi da to ase kama etimi da ma na no ana God's give a bit power on Samin Cancer Zebra was it 3 days ye yes wo ye do fatitiam ubawie no na nsanyobe nsanodwume na wanye bi ayem Samin Cancer say ye frontal installation sasa na makeup bi ye buy betimi bo kama say samina hold on apa na say hair cream no ba ye chiro Samin Cancer say nyama bi say chips awro pie saso na meat pie na oba ye betimi achiro ana face yogurt na face ice cream no oba ye chiro was it Jumede ne start 30th May na dia ko wie 1st June the year 2025 and upon on krone agem no nan na dia ba na wie anopa ananwumre ana Jumede ne ba so obehu ye Jumede ne be koso our Church of Pentecost Israel Assembly ano brekum jamdede na Samin Cancer say e afrefra no afre 0543 997807 0202 740786 and 0505 213309 ofra ya bejo so ni aboa nansa no nwumei na oso nsatimi akabi etimi de free aso ye na no ana fatwa ana face gospel Samin Cancer say opesa ye superstar na gospel yi oto a odizampa ngosra na esani ayeze manfo esatira na omo edi nyangopochi a bomode na sha so what Samin Cancer say 18th May ekosi June 2025 we ayakonya ayeze omo organizer to bosomi baako ayeze ye obi bia yezo pe pasa nyumi obetimi ato na opese ye train kama serebe ya superstar no wo so tima beji odi no ba ye betimi ato wo se forms no a 100 Ghana cedis pe na Jumede ne be koso our disabled center and no on a break mess park no and di and we forms no obabi ato oba Akwaaba radio nze akabi Chris FM benye bi Master FM do nze akabi no Samin Cancer say Jumede ne so TV station so and radio stations no besa fan live umpe we na pede wo edwumako opesa sponsor o mafra mo 0246 318578 0246 318578 ofra ye betimi ajeso ye
na mo mpa rappers
yes ye pe gospel
na me ya rapper
o rapper man gospel na
there's a meeting di bibia ya rap no you I'm for rappers
and they pick from me so do I
so mu hia rappers there
o they pick from me
kronga nyom to me na me ade o
you be there when you
unjimi
oh sa o me jodi
ko fu unjimi ni
sa me free me mu
ene makoma there be me rap na me
yeah say you go anywhere na ya what's say my name is Ike watching live from a half god so what's you guys are doing a great job I say I love watching you guys every day yeah that's the pastor with the message you know Eddie free god so Eddie Abante Ike my yancha god so funyina and I no pay disaster Ibrahim watch say good morning Akwaaba team what's say everyone else yeah that's say and I say vamos I know I am madre fonjana is what the mom no what's say your friend Adams so I say Adams Charlie what's say I am still listening to you. After greeting to your loved ones, you don't even mention my name. Company need the different if you at the bar you. Company that's it. We say back why. What's watching live from Brekumazi? What's say greeting goes to all my three fans. Akwaaba Sports fantastic. Abdul Bashir Hashimi messenger or the Abanono. What's say watching the show live from Kutre number 1. Keep up the good work. What's say greeting to my mom Amabadu, the Yamsala Ajay Okada rider. And all Kutre number 1 community from Great Mugabe, the messenger or the every Kutre number 1 at the bar no. Adama Kwame Adama says a good morning Kofi Adama Ejosana pay. Was say Kotokobe Kumi was you guys are doing a great job. Watch you live from Toronto. Was say your friend Martin, the messenger or the Abandon. Kofi Ben says still Hala Madrid no the five emojis no essential so and Kofi Cred HS watching the show live from Kintampo Visca Bassa saying was a fantastic show by all standard watching live inside Tripoli Libya Eric Santijan messenger what the Biden was you guys are massive was say I love your show was say I'm coming to inside Circle Nasana say the message in the Kamara Din Koulibaly says Kofi more fire say was say what about Lukaku to Chelsea was say friend of Black Kwame the message is say or the Balangard Black Kwame ban it me agent first and tete pan it me e mano cause so would be any year was home a bit is general science home economics agriculture and visual arts oba technical programs a bit is electrical installation certain a better enough construction oba a bachelor was admission free at my form was asking from 2 students and found a baby free ba obenya baby ada is a body facilities and to bomb from CC nepo which I was 0503 372337 0240 430487 and 0240 430484 obe screen breakum kute number 2 sekwa kwano so odom se e kamo Israel nyame spiritual soap oil and face so herbal medicine wasemi cancer se ho bi e kutia wa bra ye wasamina ho ye oil I say a bit to us come 8 minutes and to say spiritual oil say spiritual soup and sample spiritual herbs be oba obenye bi home and face so herbal powder no was a bra a bit to first someone said to me no was in cancer say no say edan say spiritual marriage say your business be now here onya support say your promise and fail and as I come to na kweda jeno so say we here adwuma bi na person here who does see that body was say when your court issue be fa was asesemo ne nyina oba ye betimi aboa oye so aso na pai bo gu foma ye di to ase ya dey say osaso na wo so say diabetes say prostate bi say you ni na wanya ha na sa wona pa bi say asthma say stroke bi na also say fibroid ne nyina ba ibetime to say menstrual problems ne nyina no ana fe sciatica bi no mpam ya de nyina oba ibetime to say kama 8 minutes ma but mo de pay chakwan ewo ebeda ne heba clinic no ewo jamdede but mo de ne do sisie ye beje ofesi ne abo ama ya de itime to say kama 8 minutes ma frey ewo 0542 976067 0542 976067 ofra ebe Johnson ya boa na wonso ne mapano ne ma senti makoso kama 8 minutes mam adofo be se me nka nche se wasifie amanadu 90% I say na ka 10% be no wie wotone fofofo ompewe na apede wase one big master bedroom ana afe so 3 bedroom and so a big home mienu aka home ana afe so bathroom nso emiensa janabia so emiensa no wase me nka nche se practical kaka e da fie nenim and found baby episode here. Yes, I see Jaroso and Tinya finish so kosi kitchen bia. Medical character say 90% complete. Now was sending culture says all free sunya na so free all free brekum na kosunya. What tractor butuna one so menu and a D and became from us say it was 0249 597263 and now sample 0547 818555 fufra ye bejo to near bow. Now also what jumano yetimi na se bia dano also abeje na no ana Lawson Herbal Company Limited something can say yakofa Lawson delay man ginger liquor etimi da bedwa so eno eboa ni pedua no moja ntimi eni afrisani ya wonye bia betimi aboa moja na da so a wonye bia ebetimi aboa papa na wasemi nkan say Lawson Law Chemist no eni so eboa gonorrhea sefre white no so ne nyina beto ase kama etimi ede amount ana face Lawson Herbal Mist no wasemi nkan say hypertension say diabetes bi say stroke bi ana sample say typhoid bi jaundice bi malaria bi ne nyina menstrual pains ne nyina no ebetimi beto ase kama etimi ede amount ana face delay man capsules no eni say Ocean Science here but modern kupa bi ebo mode bompam ebegina so kama ebema wonzu na yedin se de bia wo so betime gina wona so obenyem atema wo atema to bedin amansefo ne kumafo so etimi ajo atimti kwane kwajibi na nunum bi ebetimi abo na no ana Benzi K wasemi nkanche se kofa Uniset Barber Salon saso na hardware ana face mineral water no de bedwa so na wasemi nkanche se Benzi K Barber Salon oba 3 step bi opabia oba ebetimi ni kama etimi de ba say 3 steps haircut ana sample California haircut no oba ebetimi ni kama etimi de ba obehu ye ewo ya wada dwuma yen ben police station no was saying cancer was there. Here was store room number AP1. Store room number AP1. Udom ze ekan. Hardware no so was saying cancer the sharpers na pay. Say ye POP cement, say ye pickers na pay. And now some chance the board down so. Ni nyina no obenye bi ato na fa dance nyima nyina no. Was saying cancer say ye Ben Benzi K. Babale Salon udom ze betima kan. Opet me afre Master Simon no anjo feso ama POP materials ni nyam ze tima ka bi. Ana feso Benzi K me no water was saying cancer so for ye ojoman if ye ne chope. Ameno kasi ye Benny Presbyterian Church no udom ze betima kan. E ya frefra na frefra Benzi K ɛwɔ 0542 920031 0542 920031 wɔn nyinaa ɛka bi na na pay ana afei wɔn maka ekure mu a wɔte nkasa na pay yɛde nsɛm no ɛto aso yɛde fi nsɛm no ɛto aso de ama na yɛbɛ start ɛde free national under 20 wɔn yɛne Egypt ɛkɔbɔ quarter finals wɔyi ɛyɛ under 20 youth championship ɛkɔ so ɔman ayi frɛ no Egypt Ghana yɛ pɛ qualification baako pie mu ɛwɔ Chile abra under 20 FIFA World Cup no ɛbɛtumi akoto dwa na sɛ no a yɛbɔ 90 minutes so yɛkɔwie 2-2 extra time obiara nhyɛ bi penalties no ɛkɔyɛ 5-4 in favor of Egypt the host ayɛ sɛ wɔmatumi ayi Ghana ɛtumi afiri mu na Ghana ɛbɛ fie na no ana jo nana adakɔ kakra yɛyɛ ne sɛ mpabra yɛkɔnsi de 2 goals no ɛno ne sɛ yɛbɛtete ka no na ɛsɛ nka bɛnefo ntumi wiɛ na nka ɔmototo ɔmo nneɛma yɛ sɛde bi a ka ɛbɛtumi atoa so na yɛtumi adi nkunim jo nana adakɔ
I may share from beginning of the game, no. The why I say you can concede early 2 goals. Ebasa, we used to avoid them more. But also the boys they buy game in one. I'm say back for second half. You buy down minute. You say Kalman 2-2. And the whole corner never send car. It me GJ. It me a winning goal because penalties. 50-50, you call it that way. Because also every department of the game, not Ghanaians on the top. Only checking ball, I'm a boy from starting to the end, not Ghana. Individual players, yeah, good. Team cohesion, everything. Now ahead of Egyptians, there's no more. We are very, very disciplined. Tactically, we are good. But in all, no. Near deserve to win a match. Because foreign transfer with the tactically and you can't about playing on the field no much to me and to check you more. I'm born say I know when I bought my she not my here on the round. I'm going to play on the Bayern. But they hire Kakran say Yantiman create chances too much. Although now you're swinging passes need to get everything. That's not penetrating off. I'm defense now into me too much. Now they're back one. I mean say you can't in terms of preparation because under 20 under 17 and man your cup no so come almost to choir in terms of exposure international exposure that's ball then when you and secure chances do penalties
you we and Zema female under 70 head coach John Anadakwa ne koma wedi e defend at 20 amenoka say yenti yanko Chile FIFA World Cup ni bi ana face tournament ekoso awe Egypt e free mu no wodi mu ntiremu e de aba na no ana former general manager Edima Insertreman FC Eric Arregide de kire se ko basempo ye local league ye bo aw Ghana na ye bolo ye Ghana ha say yentimi enya under 20 players bi entimi see anan enkobo sempo Ghana betima qualify na FIFA under 20 World Cup betima kobo bi ana face under 20 youth championship ekoso aw Africa se betima kobo bi dia ene yenya football ne ye aw Ghana ase na ze bia na hu kra mo hia sempo ye betimi aye football aw Ghana ase Eric.
So if our league cannot produce the best U20 players for us to take to an AFCON, not the World Cup, then please let's stop playing football. Let's stop. The ball we are playing, it's not looking good, it's not entertaining, and on top of it all, we can't qualify for the World Cup. Listen, I repeat, if we cannot assemble the best of players from the local league to play in an AFCON U20 tournament, let's stop doing football. It's not worth it.
You we and then Zama Eric Arregide the one a former general manager Edman Insertreman FC what you tuja. And what he and what as a coach Desmond Fair Massa pay was it the NSC? What the players auntie wafu? We ya or was this a players in call ago baby? Well was that he for president or the tournament, you know. No be at me aboa I may say wafu tournament who's organized and face Africa games, you know. Boys in the watch. We ya walk with you when from akofo fa man for president ye bia no omna no meginem what say masa ye ni mo amanani o bia kwaji untiti amanani na be ya mai say man for the president be show kon de masa odwuma na wo ye no masa pegem.
Yeah, this one should set up. If he really wants us to take him serious as the coach that he wants us to believe he is, he needs to set up. You cannot build a team, and it's not as if you didn't have the benefit of getting that team back. Where from the influx of all these guys? Where are they from? Whose players are they? And you, the coach, you could not tell the management committee chairman and his team that, look, I want to maintain the team that won us the WAFU. This is the team I believe can actually take us to the World Cup. You can't do this. Then you are a coward. That's what you are. You were trained in Europe for all these years. And all of a sudden, you are telling us you'll be monitoring these players. And these are the players you go and bring into the team, and you end up not making it to the World Cup.
We and in Sema Eric Alleged the one at the Atuja. Now has a folk empty a Delali a Diama and also best husbands no. Masa Munyan to Basie. Has Tim Raffine so much say. Was a Manchester United so mobile. It's all fans and Yan to Basia moment to best say Munyan to Basie and Fama Mumpenny for na fit team no more eto to Niama.
Football, yeah, that simple, sir. Just be a recruitment. And I said this, and I said no. I think, sir, we are going through a period of our time. I said we are now rebuilding, and it will take time. So we can just say, be a Bana or China, why it's not club in our allies. We have even clubs that in Whisker like Man United, and they're still going through that period, and they are still going through it, right? It means that what us the folk need is stability. A period that say we're painful. Maybe even if you want to build, but at least you see the progress every year. Until last year we're fighting relegation now. This year we're not fighting relegation. We're actually comfortable now. We're fighting for the top at some point. So again, we need to go through that painful period where we put things right. Ibia recruitment. Okay, this is how we do it, and then we'll start to do well. Even Sir Alex, it took him 6 years before he won at Man United. But if you can say, Ibia 1 or 2 years to rebuild that. Say patience is and we understand, but what we're doing is every year you see that progress until we go from one to the other to the next. And again, fans says be patient, because if we don't go through this period, like I say, you are learning to run, but you haven't even crawled yet, you haven't walked yet, right? When we at that time need to go through those processes first, and then you see a much healthier club.
And then some empty at the man has to focus the landlady German in coma or they are two Jano. Na enno ya ne Zakaria Fuseni edi komo captain de Mabri Cup Chelsea ne nyina fa na no FA Cup game akoso e wotaka kotoko ene Chelsea wie ne kotoko adi nkure by go to ye wie game na se na bufo kakra ba players na mo ko referee ne so na no na yebuza Zak ze die na sia ye wie game no na se na mbofu a referee no na mo ko no so sa do ba bi na police for anafe management members ni bi ene si epiapia mo
na ni ohe determination boys ni na yedo call game nim na yekose yeko akwakọ win qualify for finals into here from the blast of the whistle no to the end no we say obi onya kwanya bia no give you the best nti akoba say yantumi anwe the game no kwan bi so no how boys ni bebre because na akwakọ say determination na say target na yeseti no ahwe nti how boys ni bebre but actually no they nyina ya san dey appear because we dey ha dey be na see awie nti na we say you forget na you dey focus no eba league no so because league na your some matches to go
ye wie game no ye hu say na se na bufu aba do ba bi na asejita frane bam no mo piano police force piano na asifo e na course.
Yeah, our game now, especially first half no. Nema bi course so na I think say na referee no enye fair to us because incident days to see na osenka especially within the first half enya penalties based to na osenka oje e de man but or ignore di nyina. And over fouls ne free kicks bi na ojejima opponent team na enya the same thing on je. So na enti e wan say adentia as a referee no nyina e bo game na ye nya onje but opponent ni nya na waje. Enye say obi anya na dwon so okoso ne referee na akwa but kasa na nanka ye kose den ye kone na akosa but police for na ma ade ne ye say entokwasem but obi ankoso obi antum ne referee nko e park so but kasa na nanka ye kone na akwa kasa
na ese ye de no na to ye ti ye focus league matches cup 4 matches nyame adoma Sunday ye crucial match ayebo e Kroma say against Accra House of Ogun. Me so say no one boys na di komo makara chiro me say FA Cup ni say over ntom from nto mati.
Yeah, no correct. Number Sunday your league match bo against House of Oak and because you can say a drop point. Last season Hearts about Brooklyn be share 3 unanswered goals and very bad. And you know can say Efema Sadene CBM.
Nti ye we ni say bo mo ba we na munya ana face results o munya no. This time no yesi ano kwan.
Ena ko pompa e be tiri bia no kwan Number Sunday.
Fans in expectation was through say FA Cup e be tima ko du fan na yakwaje etimi amasa minim dia asem na ese okara kire mo ana face Sunday game yi say etodwa Kroma against Haseful Krom minim message yi say odi mama
mejina playing body ni na na mu na I say sorry to your fans because you promise you almost say FA Cup no you be ko finals na ya tumi akwaje cup no but yantumi anya san for moment imagine players na mu na ya pa fans ni na acho say omo fanche na ye matches aka o league no omo mbra na mbɛka akyi sɛne da bia yɛ a ɔmo ba no yɛda yɛ na meka sɛ regional tour mu no yɛyɛ nkwa ntumi wini yɛ matches no ɔmo nso percentage ɔm na ɛma yɛ a yɛwini games no nti ɔmo mbra na ɔmo bɛkyerɛ guys na up na mɛbɔ Sunday no yɛntumi fa victory no
yo na yɛmfa mmienu yi nsɔsɔ n'anu akyi no na yɛnkɔ abadwafo na no a yɛne general manager adi ɛma golden cake di nkɔmmɔ 15 pɔmɔ ane kɔtɔkɔ ɛna ɛbɔ nyame adɔma next month bi si mu na no ɛna yɛbusa Dr. C dodo no friend guru sɛ ɛsɛ yimfa da ansa yɛsɛ mo ne nam a makɔ pie mu ɛwɔ fana na fana na mo ne kɔtɔkɔ na ɛbɔ na mo wura mu sɛn
ne nyinaa yɛ adwumaden a yɛyɛ wɔ training ground wobɛhwɛ training na wobɛhu sɛ yɛn di agɔ nti heading into the half match no we put in a lot of effort into training ɛna yɛnim sɛ yɛbɛyi ɔmo afiri mu obiara bisa yɛnim sɛ yɛbɛyi ɔmo afiri mu na yɛyi ɔmo afiri mu time na yɛkɔ Kumasi no mekae obi interview me sa meka kyɛn sɛ ɔkae adeɛ ɛyɛ culture ɛna yɛ before yɛbɛbɔ team biara so no yɛ study team no yɛ take time a study team na hwɛ team no yie ɛhu na yɛbɛtumi ayɛ deɛ ɛbɛti ɔmo so ɛnyɛ fluke sɛ yɛduru deɛ yɛduru because nkɔfoɔ bebree fi sɛ dabe na golden kick yɛ team bɛn ɛnyɛ fluke yɛyɛ adwuma yie boys no so ayɛ adeɛ nea yɛka kyerɛ mu sɛ ɔmo kɔ park no so mu yɛ biara no they listen to us so I think sɛ a combination of so many things hard work support from our fans support from the top managers and everything ɛna yɛde bɛdu ha nti yɛdu ha ɛyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ ha ɛna adwumaden na yɛyɛ nti na yɛtumi du ha
ɛsɛ mo ne kɔtɔkɔ fana no nyame adɔma 15th mo ayɛ ready
oh yeah you're ready from day one of the journey you're ready for any team because as me kai you need hard say na say ball to ba and opele issue ni ba na yeah di game look Legon nkofo be play Legon hard home ground na there by any preparations ayaye and yeah so panapo to your core and show mo and yeah from day one I start here say no yen ka say o Fatima e my na Fatima team dia ba bia kotoko so na do ya ready team dia ba bia ya ready
mo be se kotoko
kotoko dey say dey show mo be se kotoko
mo be se mo simple
yeah plan cry ni say the game dia en penalties so but football so ebi be call penalties do penalties so a onim say saba dey oyade so it's a complete team we have and here is Robia and our competition and Casadine yes Obia so Obia there yeah na everybody so
you and the common dogs was say Africa no my ready and ambuza say yen team no ka say drip no racket to kwete no say cat and come about the cat and shade involving himself sir but omo mpedifa we say omo ta omo cha omo we say ne omo ti akosi kama etimi edi amamo na shannon so say bafa submit region match day 1 games across zone group D no say NTA and Kranza All Stars FC SMU Madoma Northerners FC etimi atekane baako sasa Raja Casablanca and BA United Pims 1-1 and etimi ko piemo ana fe group C games across no say NTA German United Football Club miensa Makato Freedom Fighters etimi atekane mienu ana fe Japakrom Jam FC and Shebi Brekum Arsenal ekose ne kane miensa anti we and the floor ye de nsem ye de $7 fancy na ewia abedwafo emrem ne de aka na e fofoma de ma Hussein
go vita ho
ma entiwe
go vi me ba sisi na me try de think to bi ahade
okay
okay you started from under 20
you
now first of all I think on my Ghana your problem as a country and sorry about Libya you understand say your juvenile football no ya toto no ajeje mu now let's place this on emphasis say the World Cup no say the okay no Ghana under 20 yentimi nkobi
yeah
now in the course of the commentary unse ya build the idea bi dia ma ye ho an na ba ye reputation and if we are a serious country Kofi say who achieve success be in a certain competition in a certain tournament that becomes your benchmark
yeah
in the Champions League Real Madrid free semi-final cry a problem remember but your team you are qualified from group stages where you overachiever it is because of the standard that was set in the man Ghana under 20 we've won the African under 20 championship
yes
in fact Egypt 2009
yeah 2009
okay.
yes Egypt
again yeah twice kwaje World Cup
a World Cup na Egypt
World Cup na Egypt and again under 21
Africa has every Burkina Faso
okay now yeah World Cup so yeah Africa under 20 championship and yeah World Cup in the course of the commentary the commentator was saying say Ghana a country be a World Cup under 20 but omoje World Cup Abra Omoji the African under-20 championship, and now they are fighting to go to the semi-finals. Telling you, Sampa, even in this game now, your reputation they say Egypt for. Means what must say? And your mind be we care about our history. And can was after under-20 World Cup, African Youth Championship, you just no money in a benchmark. Na ye gina so e taking your juvenile teams, your youth teams, you know, Kofi, a very, very serious. But similar to under 17, 91, 95, yeah, under 17 World Cup. At the time, na under 17, Kofi, and you need any view, no players who one kasa. Yeah, Jimmy Free Ronaldinho no answer. But you know, you have a tuna JJ and under 17 crowd, over Casagana will be a month for crying this year under 17 Okruma. Because I'm going to do a baby. Yeah. Now, to the level of under 20, you encourage the importance of what am I a national team. Ya to tuna JJ to the level, say, and can you be a whole any baby a dream? And on the evidence of play, you understand, says, open your what build any team, what build the team at Egypt. Because I want a system here, Juma. Yes, I'm not delved deeper into Omu players, you know, based on Omu development. So I'm one about U15, U17, I'm about U20. But said you Omu man, if about 6-7 players, players are Omu transition from the U teams to the under 20, and I'm one about senior team name Amushimo, Abeshen. But when you look at Aris, Ghana, you ask yourself. And they yet to since I acquired success, the boy wants for him. No, dear yet me proper in terms of transition, in terms of players build up, in terms of call up, and no expose the end because and can players now coaching from on it. Me the only problem that me want to say, I was comparing the squad here. Kofi, Kufo as a captain. Omoji under 20. In fact, game I want to be a game I know we pray. And as I checked, or 19 years, so he's still eligible to play. He was not just an ordinary player; he was the captain. And the Kofodia no kwane chuchu maso say, "Adenti na wanya call up. We lose from Brekum Chelsea." The minister saying, "Minister what must say?" Aside no, and even if Brekum Chelsea kwane nyoma nko ya, for somebody who was not just an ordinary player, he was the captain for the team that won. That Wafu Zombie, and at least he should be there for experience and leadership sake.
Yes, I could be a pedium. Boys, you know, a pressure say, pedium and I say, mine or could be something for say, and our boys in the account. So, I'm pedium on my independent tell your own friend. Yes. Now, so almost say, no, as a captain or Mubusano. Yes, so Uncoca. Pride. Okay. Inti Kofodia and a Chichumaso. And you know they are. We a lineup now. Majority of the players, about 92% of Omombo Wafu Zombi no move. And fair enough. And two, when you look at the players themselves, born Nankas are the Kofi individually in bossing Egypt for 2 goals now. Omoshaya. Then you are open. Build up goals in the but mistakes. Center backs no. Mafo. And back when they saying, Ironese no about fullback and yes. Good. And then we had one, as your friend Da Costa entry also. David Meba or when you must see and Da Costa entry, no, Bakubu as Dennis Mafo. No, Dennis Mafo. On Dennis Mafo, no, on Da Costa entry. First goal, no, Dennis Mafo, no, mistake. Because as a centre back, they be because as a marker consistently with European football near there. So I a centre back. Now when him the face goalkeeper, a chase wachi, a who player na obano. And if you are in the position to clear a ball, say keeper can say jano clear. Sani bobo, where you actually with basics. And as a centre back, so wachi and the opponent, unim sa oben wana on mel. Keeper si jano, men jano, clear the ball because una udru ball no fe. And then Mafu decided to leave the ball again. You prepare here because you prepare here. Egypt for ball no, Kovina a pattern. Omo 4 lines no, omo press here. And there was always a ball be a kwamu di mirikeba. And the ojai ball na kwa na be fa ball no until miscommunication on the keeper and crash here. Now mo say first goal. The second goal, the same thing I think. And on na
number 4 no da Costa no ono so ne the same Dennis Mafo no miscommunication two players back who so jaba na akware twi keeper boko and obobo no say again they were following the ball two players you say go na sabe mafia and you must say two now individually Abdulaziz Issa Suleiman and Onya man of the match any certain players with a team no when you look at 1v1 situation amo peke ball na intellect any chances are nya set pressure na dey say individually ni ball na boss o be again preparation. And it's like you prepare here. You could have qualified ahead of Egypt, even though we're a host country. See, your mind back where you see there. Can say obey to be the penalties here that we are say because on my ya suffer the greatest pain in terms of penalties. You see Nyansa be free. They be a can Germany for quite fast or Mulusu penalty shoot at a nay. I'm a penalty expert. Oh no, no, my brother, no, they try penalties. No, ma you and I'm a but yeah, from Senegal 92, you're penning for team. To Nkwadako, when was the last time I Ghana team? Yeah, but penalties are any show. And the Abrochil Grab Ghana, Bobo, and my brother, no, I train our penalties. Because see, baby, a football, Edruno. We don't prepare, well, see, penalty, and Kasa. Yes, you need two. Quite a fast ball, and a quite fast chi. And executions ready and in apart from second, yeah, first penalty, the second. Akwaaba and temper. Apart from second penalty now, yes, your problem in Tia my free when say all the other 4 penalties and they succulent, they excellent. But you keep an eye. Or the now, actually, say you prepare unim. First 2 penalties will go the same direction. Okobaku opposite, and Okobaku ha. I don't realize you say Egypt for about 2 penalties ni na for her. Regardless of player now obebono. And when I said you money na for her they are messa ko ha. And akwane de to her. And you confuse you keep ani because me nyam sure say no more prepare enough on Egypt players no one 98.1. And that is our problem that we found ourselves in since the day. And you go fit go baby aye way say yare cry ya free. Ade ba kwa man ye ya under 20 level. Unta na make say individually. Egypt for near the ball bossing. I tell you, say scout to be general so obe top players ah. Obe say Ghana ye need team. Coach na build say pattern of play say Egypt for no ball number. Which is a system no more ball. But ye need be but individually you players. And you can team qualifier. Be under 20 one on here opportunity. One on here chance. And one teams ni be who ye players ni be. Where has this ball our boy? In fact, aside ni go now or say you shoot from the back no or some boy short to be my keeper here again other individual players be the excellent performance there or we here bigger platform to showcase our potentials but enay what film once akwa junior team your uncle kurotintinte ko that ben now be to Thomas free because under 20 no at the year moved from straight from unknown team to AC Milan. AC Milan, yeah. Because all eyes were watching. Daniel Pale, I mean, Obienya top team. Yes, sir. Yeah. And I think that and yet just film near film. You encounter any be potentials near San Piaco actually. Mate, your problem. You, with us, Kwame. Kofi. Boko. Ma, yetiwe.
Kofi. I did the Nyanya agency bishia. Was it be a coba bekan we are? And Nigeria free any impact to team this year. With the Omian Kanokre.
So by almost a man start here.
With team this year. So now no asem na na mete hair cano. Say you will camp, na ya mo play and call
the club.
The club no Akwaaba obedu nra and I know I never chama mo game no. Obedu ye na coach first 11. Nigeria free na ebo. And no hu say na fatigue go guy na fa. Wa bre. Bo no ntimi mo. Ko the Nigeria free we know on a good day no. Ko fi Nigeria free ball be bo ama no. But now Nigeria free bedu here no. When you enough fresh to. Buy your free play musi ya de chin na adwero bedu here no. E ball 3 ya share the so nkobo. Go fi under 20 me nya player bia Nigeria free no betumi abo. So we we na e say with team no. Yes, because you need Nigeria free so. And Nigeria free na ni dan so no. Oba no ball no ntimi mo. Na nkenye ka na yenka go fi country ben. Messi kura bedu e de be tena bench be rest ne kakra. Na under 20 player make us say sa ho de ne kura no ku fi oni bi ye jane so nko kobo team kobo league bra obedu nra no pa wia na ya se hye jesi so nko bobo no ku fi yam build team sa and them here Egypt here country ontimi ankole na third place o yes so you omunyina ontimi an o mo third place abe the best team a ye na ye team a Senegal mo ya top group no
with 7 points.
With 7 points. Na ene Egypt mum eye film. Egypt go film no ma hu performance yo mo de ma. Yeah, but you see Nana Kwame go minim ni age, say o check here na.
Na Kwame say o friend na squad no can be. O ka squad no. On the squad no can be. Yeah.
Nana Kwame bo achu bench. Nana Kwame bo achu bench. Nana Kwame bo bench. Go see me coach of air na say because yeah kwasa say yeah ko Yebo Wafunu was one of the best players.
Yes.
And Oba is Obo Ghana League, Obo Division Abetu, but Oben was senior player, baby. This Obo Bon Kofi is far ahead of this centre backs in Ina. But say baby, the camp baby free banner. Yamawa Ubenya contract for the any better bench. I did all national teams in now. And then Hussein Eka was his yano. The national team na nkasa.
Not the squad no can be.
No fi on the kapa. Nkola mi onu ni nyina mbo center backs no ba ko da Costa no. Dennis no. Dennis ye minim akola minim ni pa. Mene ne ma me ne kwa sorry. Minim Dennis ni pa brekum. Edi omo de Donald friend Atenka. Atenka na brekum. A very good player. Because we hear Nana Kwame no. The level na Nana Kwame de your national team no I'm say you call Wafu no na Kwame na ebo
okay
center back no all of a sudden you say na Kwame ntena be hwe we say obi our captain team e dey abo Wafu e dey abo qualifies edruma dey na ye call Afcon na ye yi na free ni age so moro so e na ta we kan ni nyina say wakobisa dey pedium na since when na be ye crime organ say na te pani ebisa education minister say yeah allowance come since when be crime say play bisa pedium but ya my national team go fit no co camper ya more leadership program na go fit for 98.1 no problem because ya man say una a leader in case say we have players na una be we stand the communication between players no and a management. That is why I can say communication wise go fit that is how it should be. Transfer of communication the same be no yeah communication gap no just say players ni here bibia it should come from the captain. This a players ni pay dem on free come ni ebisa captain say then e pay dem an come na captain go bisa management go fi watomra. So say this ha be kwa e be affect your national team na be samri when no have performance of players ma excellent performance because you could see na be ayero your national team. So henceforth say they can transition no go fi team we dey an because e ye kakra but on any day no an game satellite lose this game. So coach of Egovi yentimu trying to be because at least Obeka say the more the money but for Egypt say you be concede 2 goals. Asiaba bet it can Egypt push here e dey extra time. Don't forget about 10 against 11. But Kofi there are some things in our national team SSS. That if we come we were yeah but we mo be yeah sister say the national team say ya na be go. Say we need a cat camp. We players.
No, want to be kind of catch players and say football any control.
Any control. Now player to me call national team na ne passport. Passport na wo mo ho no. A day na mo de list the be na agent the passport na ira. This over to me nya passport player need to me call within 4-5 hours so nya passport they say submit list na. Now here player go fit na the passport ira. Ya ntwa man dey ongoing replacement man. So say it's a sign national team na free such behavior no a ye be kwaba de bi ye ba betena aka under 17 go fi suban sa na wo ho under 20 sa na even the galaxies no kra no the choice of players dey call na national team ya kwa say football no ye nipa bi mu dia se wonni sa camp ko fi forget about it na ka dey go fi na kwa me oni ni di na kwa ball na kwa me
ball Sharif that is ball Moldova what ball league no
ball league no ball bi ogina mu bo yem players we binum kwa bench wo ball ko mu nya bi mo division 2 ni division 1
Azizi ball no ni Boba Barcelona team
Azizi yes Azizi Boba Barcelona
team B na Makati ya iso e captain dia ball no
ade na kwa me no bo Moldova e bobo em say Europa class.
Yes, it's a Europa so no bobi.
Europa no abana you see Kofi wo dwene ho anti ase be Kofi yen ka chetie for say nyame adoma Sunday game ne be ba so
yes
breakum Chelsea ne hassle folk
30 Ghana City 20 Ghana City
30-20 Golden City Park nyame adoma da consider breakum Chelsea ne hassle
fans rent say Sumaura Bank anymore no stance no be bia na
no has for there ntu bedu ani ka say implement na ha enye se be efe ni mra ne kire say await team be so provide seat dem await na bro ne home supporters no enkofra di nyame adoma Sunday o tue sika ne ka jo say entina wa enye bo apare mra ne na kire say esa
Hasina. Last time I has ba has
train train
time has ba ha no
ba nya this time
to amu an esen ba yi
yenti we
ofi amu an esen ba no
say enom na ebo
sa okay go fi anu anso Ibrahim Suleiman ati yanim
Ibrahim Suleiman
go bi o share ne nra for Atalanta na ehu
na fe pa sa kwa ma yesi me no ka say Champions League slot
and Roma Atlanta secure Champions League football next season yes
e ka no ene na me ko fi fie o shine de fa chem
okay o ya
he eno aso brekum as na striker bi go bi ko fi o share the Golden City Park
Daniel Trana
no or the Ankama Kofi we should I tell you
wow
strikers go say na live game na cameras is I'm telling you brekum as no mo second goal no Kofi what a goal
okay
strikers go be Kofi referee say losing too no omo ma mo so kakra
okay
enye won almost see incredible
me dem nka so mo see bia me say we 2 matches but omo peja on performance
okay
yo okay the Kofi no Ibrahim Suleiman ati anim we dey ya de sunya ha ya no wo Sami Minta akwala
okay
and only opportunity call Hellas Verona under 19 and call Cagliari and Atalanta team B fa no and no Atalanta senior team
okay
and not Ghana for nyina nim and you go no so person tini go na see what it mean say ni go no boa ma Atlanta abo Champions League next season dey say why ade enti ye mo na ba so ye bo mpa say boys na dodo na be free ha say na ye be hu o TV so say ya the highest level na bibia so akokama
8
and no akofi
FM
elimination na Egypt de ma no eni kwan say ba na sa
so aba
in a sense in a sense the better side na Ghana for you to even come from 2 goals down actually the strong mentality and the quality of players are the war just that small mistakes na you repeat here and then answer Ghana entime the unqualified now social Ghana a pedigree on the continent in the world at large youth football more you can never underestimate Ghana untumi mu ya nimtiada but you can under 20 the World Cup in fact the first African team was World Cup and the record remains intact as we speak even obi cry course our record no
Nigeria for Ajibiana
World Cup omu NGB omu under 17 omu nyanja under 20 World Cup yenkwa ni aji it's in Africa
that time na so no munyi after say ye GB omu nyi bi
David omu NGB in the treasure Kofi say tournament na uhu Ghana wo mu a you know say we are among the favorite if not the favorite among the teams that we are among the favorite to win the tournament and make an impact in the tournament. And against Egypt or no qualify or break year teams or Egypt now. I was not expecting the under 20 so Lusu crampon on Lusu to a team like Egypt. Coffee on penalties. Yeah, I'm like emojamu. Yensiade. Last year. Between Brekum ni Nsuatere road support obi eda ho no men kan kureku nipa over 13 de me kayo but ena ya na
yeah bi
ena so da ho ndi I don't know yesu I'm beginning to admit say bia yesu asa na ye boy yensuade o ye be ma de kura na kwa na de na sen aba be duro biem ni ase edi nkomodada no edi ni mle bia na atwam no we dey ni aye ya ben sesan be si na de na sen akwa na abedo na yesen di nkomo na edi no mire bia na atwam ni bi for how long ana ye be ya adwen say be sesan free niema bi aye ya my as of man Kobe since 1992 ya ko penalties ho san ko penalties isi Kobe football na edi akire no and move from saying starting the press imagine park so no referee imagine mo no And now bro food sua football no na me topic e kasa anopa after sports no no that topic can say be say abrofo no kura mo de agro no baaye no omumbo ene omumbo bo ni bo ni yema ne yakono ye fe adodo na tudi akire no. They are trying every day to learn and improve. How much more wa usua bi? What in go media say?
Yeah.
The ono dia ne baaye na ene wa ye mana ye fa ya akono adodo na di akire no. Every day they are trying to improve. One what ya usua de na okra unye ni ye no. Unya wadwin say usua bibia. And then ye di nkoma ma Arsenal. You are talking about Arsenal wa kwa set piece coach. Aye tua ni ka na dwuma ne say asamo bobo no na munya free kick ana munya corner kick ya. Onti animo say na be am be effective in such situations. Enti Ghana me say me kai da since Kofi me hair ball. Me kai da ya bobo ma ball akọ penalties ya Ghana atimi penalties ya obi da. Under 20 and 2009. 2009. Obi ene ye di come about Germany a. Ade obi a kan say Germany there a penalties ya consider defeat.
Omebo asosisi.
In 1976 now omuko European 77 no omuko European Championship no. Czechoslovakia the penalties you omo no. That was when Germany fought na say omo masade ni bi si biem
ampa
France ata no be se ene major tournament bia ni ho a Germany free mu as a result of penalty kick penalty shootout.
Okay.
And you go ensua bibi
you
because your mining problem. Okay, Justice Bray. Justice Bray ko bo Georgino die bi mo mu ti na tema okohuru sa.
Yes, apejani na mo. And I'm fans.
Mamba da protocol. Yes, we support Rastaman throw us to.
Yeah.
Baby a support. Na ke dey call World Cup.
Yeah, they call Olympic Games.
Olympic Games of France. Rastaman throw us to already go.
Jesus.
Baby a kwani ball penalty. I'm a commentator no. Na baba of the now ayo obi a wa po nti ba ko tie kiro say was destroy everything.
Yeah, was everything.
Nti go fi say e ko for obi expert amana be kire yen invest ni yen ko fa expert no mo metire ni yen because your mind problem go football no go fi bibia timi si one Omotimi analyze player bia ne kwan fa so bo ne penalty ni goalkeeper so kra trechre gu to ane ho
say onfama we
goalkeeper say we be fa penalty na the possibility so be fa wo so
penalty no omo ne wa manka just so
and PG
ofre we ai goalkeeper throw na ne friend me come na no to okoche no amba ochi ni cheap
what is here and you go for football no and attention to detail is very important mistake kete ni area you
me that say 02420202 0207573003 company Ohafie hotel Hussein Semin catches what channel paper was watch I was in the Renfield and the company ma yen chawa na paper kakrebi na no chiro na ya page 02420202 0207573003 network na home be all anopi of akobino or pick course no obrepa is empty no and design is 0242 0202 0207573003. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Morning, that was me.
Yes, sir. Why are you into?
Where I tell you about body to what's not for a much I know, you know, the tune away.
Okay.
So we say this is the there's a
you, I say good morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir. When you?
I
can't you.
The parliament chairman, I'm moving staying mission about so my power, my body boy. Me a Chelsea fan. Now it's a Chelsea fan, the greatest and I said the strongest in football mupa in Barcelona because of Neymar to see any better in terms of media chemical. Now so I want to grow back okay, you will be a near person. La me la man, I play a what is soon near I can't this your play a game I wanted to know. And he said, we say, who deserve Ballon d'Or. Okay, actually. Yes, we fun so the GH because I can only the ball. You could have bought an own team.
You.
Most of the time, I can't owner. Now, I'm not Ghana, you difference in the D in your first half. Say to me, we can craft and can you get to
yeah, that's good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir, when you
Akwaaba Radio 98.1.
Yentiwe. Can't eat you.
And under 24, I don't want to be CBN and some of them. I'm not prepared, so I next time with Akwaaba Radio and
you. Yeah, that's it. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Opa Yentiwe.
Yo, no, I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, just offer.
That's it. I'm sure under 20, no. Now she knew quite say just and can lose some match. Bien what it just and can lose match. But Ghana paying for one. I didn't know who say I can on. Say Jimmy was a true. What can we do on water? Players now go on while betting your qualifying and where you're working. Mistake at the yeah. And one year continue on free. Me thinking about this February. Young share and so what's our program? Yeah, me prayer. See, I need there be a Akwaaba.
You. Yeah, that's it. Network in that time. See, Yamba course in this year. You may ba na they can eat me that twice. So come and eat me at the amount. Now, Yenny birthday is from Richmond. Was say the junior brother, I friend Kenneth. Do not have legendary. And see, and then a legendary birthday. And see, Rich say Yamba Akwaaba Radio. So na yawe so happy birthday. Was so saying Yango pa 100 diamonds. One man ka on. Nebe ni petitu our busu. And said abusu yawe so happy birthday. Was so saying Yango pa 100 diamonds. And now your birthday no. They don't come up. Na we sufri DJ Poyoyu. I so Akwaaba Radio. I see. Was say happy birthday and confirm Gladys. Or so for today. Na wase Nyankopon enka ho na mfie no ma bebre na enka ho na de da akoma so bia no onye ne kama emfa mo se han beto so wase okai nioma pia ahisi waya diamante gares from DJ Poyoyo ahisi Akwaaba Radio say yemfa fidie so na yewe so happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear. Happy birthday to you.
And see that is from DJ Poyoyo. And I say, Yamfa, we Emma. Na, ene, senior man bako. Zantene, I ebe. Ewo, ya say, ana face, wedding, I say, venti biase. Dusi poku, tele ni. Ewo, ya wade jomane, dusi poku birthday. And tia dusi poku, Akwaaba Radio so, na yawe so, happy birthday. Me also say na your birthday no every no ko be shatra ni ka keto no nse biem nti from onkara na yese ono mo adwuma nyina say ye fa video so na ye so happy birthday de bia no o kan ho I say show no o tenetene ye nti Nyankopon kan ho na o mo mfin bebre na so enkante adisipo kujiwe ne fa do birthday no.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear. Happy birthday to you.
And you see, once again, happy birthday and confirm. Now, we a birthday at Telemodu. O the Akwaaba Radio, hey, and he see if free. Kabima Timono, Udimako Tenepa, Sofu Bako is home. I say, what can I just say in 70 here? The vampires of a bon come at 8 million more. Reverend Thomas Kusi. And then Reverend Thomas Kusi birthday. And from director, so a basic last person I see, or Akwaaba Radio, I say, Yam 5 videos so, na Reverend Thomas Kusi, Yam happy birthday. Yes, sir, Nyankopon hon de the man, was running the award so that Nyankopon bio so, na domino and Benny Biblina, award so, until Reverend, baby, I will be an way when it can be my Timono, Juma Dia is same way, Brekuma and a Fabuna for you, Ghana for you, Atomo Cantina, I would idea, Dewey, never do birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday dear. Happy birthday to you.
And see Reverend Thomas Kusi. Once again, happy birthday and come from my brand call. Yeah, see, your church will be behind. Me 3 bedroom. I see me the man Torret and Baby or Katu, Mr. Opa. Whatever more than a contact Mrs. Na Yenikomo. I was 0209 74 904 0209 74 904 Kato 3 bedroom Torret and Baby Bia with your kama. I see Ukwa Quatanawa as we go on so say I would as a meal into Opa What the from line is here na yeni komo 0209 74 904 na yeni komo sisi